something greater than yourself. Boy, they call me Frost. The angels which descended from heaven, who mated with the women of the earth and gave birth to that which you see today, the Nephilim, the demigod, Frost. I spit with the strength of the hope, nice with the hammer like Thor was putting rappers to sleep on this road. That's a tour bus, they telling me to quiet down. My response is all what they get was Green Bay. The way I'm hanging the fours up, I Lambo leap in the wall. That's a mosh pit, Mossberg with a long ass neck. That's the ostrich. My option was get it off the muscle since I hopped in. Bringing the pain to every fucking name in your top. Started with grams, the same color as house and I. Switch the chemical compound, oxidized. If your ox gon' keep talking, it's your ox that dies. You looking at Optimus Prime, optimized. It's morphin' time. This morphine I forced inside got me seeing corpses before they die. Whether it's battle rap bars or the 45, I make rappers joke cause they done way before they die. Bitch, I'm the battle rap giant, modern day Goliath who beat the fuck out of David and fed his limbs to the light. I broke bread with tyrants, studied numbers with Mayans, decoded the oldest known ancient hieroglyphic inscribing. Smoke with the Anunnaki, maybe that's why I'm cocky, cause my purpose has a perfect inertia. You can't stop me, pulling sticks like it's hockey, riding out like Miyagi, raw with the sushi, hotter than wasabi. This ain't no gimmick, this the life that I'm living. If I say a bitch can get it, I'm in her mouth like a dentist. And if you walk in the office, you waiting until I'm finished. Period. End of the sentence. Who want the grimace? This cannon, it got a kick and make them flip like a gymnast. And if it don't kill him, I better turn him to spinach. That's a veggie tail. My shooters be everywhere. He talking big with short this month. That's February.
Yep. This is what we doing?
This is what we doing?
We here.
Sacrifice them.
This what we doing?
We breaking remains.
Yeah. Ooh, I got Ebola flow. I done sold my soul to T-Roll for enough blow to overdose. I'm turned up. Y'all rappers comatose, straight out the belly of the beast. I'm Jonah's ghost. Bullshit told me don't get violent. I responded with silence like, bitch, that's how it sound when it's silence. Oh, you don't like my style? Bitch, I don't like your stylist.
5 minutes.
Introducing the newest member of the Smokers Hall of Fame. It's your boy, Agent J. Got his green jacket on. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's go, man.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Let's fucking go, man.
I love it.
Legend in 2 games like P.B. Kirkland, man.
Let's go.
You see what's on my chest? Whatever what was there is no longer there.
Yeah.
Rip that shit off, man. Well, Stone Cold, you about to see one of these jackets before. It ain't the same.
Nah. That's next level shit right there.
It ain't the same, man. I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Woo. That's a good feeling right there. Speaking of Hall of Fame, that's why I was playing that. You know what I'm saying? That individual is in the Hall of Fame too. So I, just correlation. There's a whole lot of Hall of Fame going on.
A whole bunch of GOAT shit, bro.
Hall of Fame shit going on. You feel me? You
yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? We getting ready for the show. Give us a couple.
Hey, Robert, man. I ain't playing the league, man, but I played in these streets, man. So this green jacket's gonna have to do.
That's right. Hey, I can play these and not get kicked off the air.
They're yours, and if they try it, I'm like, bitch, that's my content.
I own this. I made this shit.
I'm on the road. Tell Poppy chill. Man, I said we almost there.
I see them both.
Nathan got behind me.
Lord, I hope you hear my prayer. Can you bless Big?
Bless my soul.
Bless these Jacks, Father, bless Big Bo.
It might not be right, but it's all I know.
Okay.
See me out of jail and keep me safe up on the road.
Can you bless my
pride? Bless my soul. Bless my blood, Father, bless these souls. It might not be right, but it's all I know.
Big Bo.
See me out of jail and keep me safe up on the road. Dear Heavenly Father, I know the world speak a lie, but I got 25 years to lie. So to stop for budget out, but I'ma need a solid. Keep the police away from this Impala. Jesus, take the wheel, cause I can't go to jail right now. I just re-up, so I can't foot the bill right now. Plus my lawyer on vacation, somewhere in Jamaica with a sex ass. I'm trying to see her naked. I've been smoking, I've been drinking, now I'm swerving, bitch. I'm faded. Mama text me, say she hate me, but she pray to God I make it. Oh shit, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Help me make it through the night. Oh, they done hit them damn lights. A big bowl. Chill, Poppy, chill. Hey, boy, we finally there. I see them boys. And all them bitches hating, cause Duval and Canton, yeah. Bless my pot, bless my stove, bless my plum, bless these. It might not be right, but it's all I know. I'm being English tonight. And bless Big Bo. What they talking about? What they talking about?
Man, shout out to Big Bo. Used to sell bowls. Let's go, man.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Stone Cold's like, what the fuck was that?
Welcome to the pre-show, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the pre-show. We about to start this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't share shit.
I'm getting some shares out now. Jaguars and Gators fans unite. Bro, I'll be posting this shit everywhere.
Y'all click that share button. We starting right about now. I gotta retweet this bitch. What a thing at. What a thing at. What a thing at. What a thing at. I got my big boat energy. Big boat energy. Okay. Stone Cold, you gonna rap for us? Stone Cold said, Big Bo up in the hall. Copenhagen on my balls.
No, it's in my jaws.
No, it's in my drawers. I drink alcohol.
I'm talking grain alcohol.
I wear Dickies to the mall.
Wear a hoodie, it's not fall.
I got so much Carhartt, that's how you know that I ball. Wow.
Dear Heavenly Father, bless this tractor. I've been drinking heavy. I didn't even factor. I gotta get home.
This gonna be one of those shows, bro.
Oh man, I ain't even rolled up the gas yet, so you definitely know it's about to be one of them shows. We ain't even start the show yet, man. How about we start the show?
I'm gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show. Let's start the show. All right, let's start the motherfucking show. Where the intro? We're gonna start the goddamn show. Cause you know what? We're gonna start the motherfucker. Let's go.
First pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
Duval, Bangum, Westside, Jayville, Duval, Hustle House, Frank Coley, he real. Duval, Bangum, Billy, Rankin, throw your D's in the air if you're from the Bangum. Duval, Duval. If you from a city, holla Duval. If you rep my city, holla Duval. Yeah, boy, don't them youngins go hard. Swinging in them drop top Chevy, sitting too tall. Okay. Jaguar on my plate, on my feet, 2-8, 4-5 on my hip. Set a lame nigga straight.
We got the deep swell to go.
I can't even defund Garoppolo.
Yeah. They mad. Cause we in the hall. Dolphins fans, fuck them all. Hey, welcome to the Teal podcast. I am your host, the hot take hooligan Agent K. I am rocking with the cannabis analyst, Agent J. Fuck the Dolphins fans. Fuck the Bucks fans. Fuck who else, man, because they ain't get in the hall. Fuck the Bears fans. And this is week 4 of the offseason. The Tony Boselli made it to the high episode.
Bo in the hall, man.
We about to act a whole donkey the whole time. But first, we got to tell you who brings the show to you.
CG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
What? 2 mic show. What? 2 mics. Bo in the hall. 2 mics. What? Flavor Flav chain. Too much. What? The fuck are they talking about, bro? It's gonna be that type of show tonight. You either gonna love it or you're gonna fucking hate it. Because I'm gonna be ignorant the whole night.
Well, look, people. We almost brought you a show last night, but we didn't want to have to cry on live on air either way. Either which way.
Arms of an angel.
Because when they started pulling out motherfuckers I ain't never heard of, I said, oh man. I wish it had the button because I would have hit the Kenny Mad button. I would have put the Agent J Mad button because I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Who is that guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
We put a referee in. When they walked out the referee,
I lost my mind.
I was like, don't tell me. Because you know what I'm saying? Like I've been making these graphics for what, 4 or 5 days now? That's when I got word from my sources that yes, it was official. Tony was in. Go ahead, get your shit ready. So then I got that confirmed a few days later by a buddy of mine, fellow, one of the guys who runs the greatest Jag group on the planet, New Era Jags. Shout out to them. Saying he sent me confirmation. I said, yeah, I know. That's what's up though. So we good to go. So we doing the thing and I'm watching and then I'm watching and then I'm watching. Get to the point where I'm like, okay, so the players are out. And then you went to the coach, and then or the official, then the coach, vice versa, whichever. Tony was the last guy, or next to last.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I'm like, and then I'm looking for Mark, or I'm looking for Tom.
Like, who's gonna bring him in? Like, who's gonna introduce him?
So even when I saw Bruce Smith, I didn't know right away. I'm like.
When I saw Bruce Smith, I knew what time it was.
Behind him, I was like,
yeah,
yes. Thank you, God. Tony Boselli, the first draft pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and now the first Jacksonville Jaguar inducted to the Hall of Fame. This is
I didn't watch no sports today. Were they talking about my dog?
I didn't watch none of that. I was on Twitter celebrating with my Teal brethren. We was all we was doing was planning trips to Canton. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care if you sell food stamps. I don't care if you're not on food stamps. I don't care what it is. You need to get your ass to Canton, Ohio in August to show the fuck out, because I am going to be in Canton, Ohio with my giant ass showing the fuck out. Jay will be in Canton, Ohio with his giant ass showing the fuck out. Brandon McCaffrey will probably be at home pressure washing his driveway. Stone Cold! Stone Cold better figure it the fuck out. I know that.
Stone Cold not doing it either, man. He's still in that system. He's still in that system, man.
This bitch got a tank top on again.
Look, he's still in that system, man.
He does not own a shirt with sleeves.
Look.
He does not own a shirt with sleeves. And then
that shirt had sleeves.
There is no definition to those. Put those things away. You supposed to show off the guns when you go in sleeveless, bro. Look at it. Don't put the arm up. Don't do it. Boy, look here. What is this?
Somebody calling in?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, I'll put the number up. Somebody calling in?
Who is that?
I have no idea.
I don't know who that is.
Look, Brandon's
Call
talking
back.
about
Call back.
Brandon's talking about facts.
Call back. It's messed up. The phone messed up. Call back. We gonna get him on the line. That was who was it? Denny's Buxton. Look at Denny's Buxton back on the line. Caller.
Hi, this is Pizza Hut delivery. I'm going to be there in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay. Right to the front door.
Okay, do you have your house easier to spot?
It's the corner. It's the corner lot. The big white house on the corner. We'll be bringing it to the front door.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Hey, the kids needed food.
Yeah, shout out to live recording, man. Love it.
Wow.
Oh man, that was funny.
That was the best moment ever.
Now we'll talk to you later, Stone Cold.
Go. We'll be right back. Holmesy. Shout out Holmesy. Shout out Kid Get Money. Shout out Big West. Shout out Mama. Shout out B-Mac. Oh, yeah. Shout out 24 seconds. Yeah, I could definitely see Brandon pressure washing his driveway. That's it, bro. B-Mac does nothing but fish and pressure wash his driveway. Shout out Robert. Shout out everybody. Shout out Bobby. Yeah, man. Listen, I am so hype about this shit, bro. Tony Boselli getting into the hall. You don't understand. Like, it literally. So last night, we'll set the scene for you. Me and Jay are backstage in this little pre-production setup. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Your
Should
wife's
I do it?
Is it him again?
Call from
Jake.
I don't know who that is, but we'll accept it.
To send a voicemail.
To accept, press 1.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh my God, you got to turn us down, big. You got to turn down the phone, big dog, or the computer.
Yeah, you got to turn it down.
Yo.
Oh boy, he was loud in the background, huh? You got to turn down the background, bro. You got to turn us down in the back. You can't listen to us while you talk to us.
Is that better?
That's better.
Yes.
That's better?
That's better.
Yeah, we can hear you, yes.
All right, man. I'm just trying to figure out when the hell you moving back to Jacksonville.
Maybe I'm already there. Maybe I'm already there.
Nah, I know you're not there. You used to be my neighbor, dog.
Hey, can you tell them to get the fuck out of the house?
Hey, man, it's an old lady. She in the hospital right now.
Hey,
it's looking up. Things are looking up, fellas.
Pray for the best.
Hey, dude, she got like 30 cats, though.
Oh, no, I can't see. I'm allergic. I can never go back in there.
Yeah,
She
same,
ruined it.
dude, same.
The cats are the worst
Man,
thing
you need
ever.
to come back.
We're working on it.
Hey, man,
Potentially by the end of the month.
We get that thing back to you, man. We can take over.
Hey, you remember the Steelers fan down the street? He's still there?
Oh, of course he's still there. You know he still got that terrible tower outside.
Hey, let me tell you, Jay. When I would drive that big-ass green truck with that Jag flag flying, baby, that Dodge Ramsey. That Dodge Ramsey, I pull that thing in front of his house at 4 a.m. on the way to the gym. Revving it up, dog.
I remember that. And then you come home with a freaking Grand Cherokee with a light bar in the hood. I was like, what the hell is this man doing?
I was trying. Hey, listen, I was really trying to get my Caucasian on. I was really trying. I tried.
Look, he did everything. He did. He went from Dodge Ramsey. Look, you went from Dodge Ramsey to the Jeep Cherokee to living in Wisconsin.
I'm proud. And guess what though? The whole time I did all of those things, my credit didn't go up one bit, so it didn't fucking matter.
It didn't work at all.
It didn't work.
Damn.
It didn't work. So what you feel about the coaching hires, bro?
I like it. I mean, he's got experience.
Yeah.
You know, Byron would have been a good pick too, but he ain't got the experience like Peterson does.
Who's our coach? Byron. I'll never be able to play that again. Got to delete it off the soundboard. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart.
Who'd you want?
Who's our coach? Byron. That's it. Just Byron, bro. I just wanted Byron. I wanted Byron. But Peterson was third on my list. Yeah, Peterson was third on my list. Byron was 1. And you know what I'm saying? You remember back in our first season, Minshew's terrible year. That that was when Doug was on his way out the door. So about week 6 or so, we did an episode of who's going to replace Doug and who did we want. We gave our top 3 coaches. And my number 1 was Byron Leftwich at that time. I wanted Byron 2 years ago, but I knew he wasn't going to come out yet because he had only been an offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay for 2 seasons. That was his second season, rather. And I said he's going to take another year there before he comes out, guaranteed. And by then, we're not going to be in this situation again because we're going to hire a coach, and no coach gets fired after year 1 or in the middle of year 1 or finger fuck somebody's butthole. So I didn't think any of those things would happen. So I thought Byron was but alas, here we are. So getting Byron was exactly what I wanted. I prayed for it and thought it happened. Sources told me it was done deal. E. Dilla's sources told him the same thing. And it
would have been done if freaking Trent Balake was out of there, because you can see in the press conference when they asked Shad Khan about if there was another contract in the works, and it fell through, and he didn't want to answer that.
He danced around that topic so nasty, man. Well,
oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I am happy with Peterson. I'm not, I'll never get over not getting Byron. You know what I'm saying? But just because I don't get the bad bitch doesn't mean I don't take her ugly friend and bone the brakes off her. So we still going to ride. We're still going to make it happen.
The ugly friend was going to get better head anyway. So
the ugly friend is going to try harder, 100%. The pretty chick usually doesn't try as hard. It's all you doing the work. This ugly chick is about to go hard as fuck.
I ain't fucking no pillow princesses, man.
Talk.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get it this year, hopefully.
Yes,
we say that every year, but this is the year.
This is. It just feels different this offseason. I know we always win the offseason, but you got to look at it. Trevor going into year 2. This coaching staff isn't just Doug Peterson either. He's surrounded himself with some great coaches, and we're going to get into that later during the show. Mike Caldwell, Mike McCoy. You got Press Hamilton. You've got Brenston Buckner coming over, and a lot of lateral moves, which is very big, and we're going to talk about all those. Man, hey, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Hey, yes, sir. You take it easy. Next time you come to the Ville, hit me up. We'll grab a beer.
We there. That's my guy. Bro, listen. This bitch still don't got sleeves on. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Here go the thing. I love Stone Cold so much. He's like the guy on the Pat McAfee show that stays in the corner with the cowboy hat on. Mm-hmm. That's who Stone Cold is. He's our guy in the corner. I'm
gonna see, bro. You know what, bro? I'm gonna start slapping them boys from 1010 XL, dog.
What happened?
Like, bitch, why you want to? Oh, I'm about to. It's all right, man. That boy E to the T said to my join my space. No, I'm about to link our shit under that shit. Fuck out of here, bitch. Friday, bitch is Friday night. You know it's Men and Teal Fridays.
Podcast night. Don't do that. Yo, so this is hilarious, right? So me and Jimbo are on the phone, okay? And we are talking about Doug Peterson, Press Hamilton, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going on about this. And I'm like, well, Press drew up the Philly special. He's the guy that actually drew that play up. And so we're having that conversation. And he goes, well, we're not going to call it the Duval special. And we have this conversation first, okay? Mm-hmm. We're not going to call it the Duval special. And I was like, nah, we're not going to do that. He said, we got to come up with something better. And I was like, we're going to call it the Duval Dandy. And I was like, or the Duval Delight. I shit you not. Within 15 minutes of me saying that to him on the phone, he has Frangie on in the background. They had the exact same conversation as if the phone lines were tapped. Mm-hmm. Literally, Hayes and Lauren, it's Lauren, right? I think they're talking about the same thing, and they say, well, we can't call it the Duval special. And Frangie goes, no, we'll call it the Duval Dandy. I was going, Brett, no, fucking mind. He wanted to change phones. He felt like it was tapped because it literally happened within 10 minutes of us saying it.
Man, Jimbo been the feds, man. Jimbo came home, bro. Jimbo came home a little early, man. Jimbo,
don't do that. Oh, shoot this bitch up.
I'm so sorry, Jimbo. I did not mean that at all.
And he gonna be like, bro, I did every fucking day of my. We were talking about it today. He could have got out of 10. He wound up doing all 12. He said, I did every fucking day of that bid. That's hilarious you say that on this day of all days. Oh, wow.
I had the phone tapped too. But nah. But yeah, bro, that's insane, bro. They just be stealing our takes, bro. It's okay. Somebody they got that shit out for it, bro.
I don't think that per se. I think that what it does do is it validates
what we talk about.
Right. It should validate. Like you should, if you ever question like, man, maybe we just two guys to get on here and talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
It should validate that to you personally, because like, oh, let's go.
Yeah, bro. And then if people go on there and mention us for our takes, and bitch, y'all gonna fuck around and y'all gonna cut shit out, and y'all know, bro. And that's cool, bro. I guess, but just don't shit on the little guy, man.
Don't shit on the little guy. Don't do it. Please don't do it, because I get back to the villain, I just go stupid. You know what I told B-Mac? I said, you know what I'm thinking is if we want to keep this shit, because you remember the so-and-so decided to get back and forth with me on Twitter about my meme. And this is this is a year after he cut somebody off on the air for mentioning our name. Yeah. So this motherfucker is over there beating off a Copenhagen can. Did you see this? He was stroking the fuck out that Copenhagen can. And now he's about to put what comes out of it in his mouth. Jesus Christ. But I told him, I said, well, you know how petty I am, that we will do a show in front of the studio. Like, we'll go live in front of the studio. We'll do it every Friday night outside in front of the studio. Like, I'm that level petty. Like, if we really want to keep it up, we can do it. Like, don't. He pointed the camera away because he's about to put it in his mouth. He doesn't want us to see him put it in his mouth. Stone Cold, put it in your mouth.
Shout out to Stone Cold's dog, man, and Stone Cold's dog's ass.
So Tony Boselli gets into the Hall of Fame along with Leroy Butler, Jacksonville's son. It is absolutely awesome to see. When you looked at it, like I said, watching it live, it started to get nerve-wracking. We were really wondering who was going to induct Tony, how this was going to go, or who was going to announce it, rather, how it was going to go. And then finally, Tony Boselli walks out on that stage. And I have never in my 7 years as a Jaguar fan have I ever felt the way I felt when they announced it. Me and Jay are backstage together in this app and watching it together. My son is right here. And we are just, my son's jumping around screaming. Jay's going crazy. I'm going crazy. Tears coming into my eyes because it's such an emotional moment. When you've been a fan of a franchise and you've been this emotionally invested to the point where you spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on equipment and time and props
and time and more time.
Apps and time.
Yes, bro.
To put out content to support that team. Like, it's a different level. You know it. And we've talked about it on this show. Like, we're not normal fans who can just watch the game. And then when it goes away, we're like, all right, let's move on. Or we're losing so bad, we can get up in the middle and leave and go do something else. Or somebody plans something on a Sunday and we say, we'll go do that instead. No. Life revolves around this program. Life revolves around this team. Life revolves around the schedule. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, and it's a little sad, but guess what, bro?
It's sad.
But y'all got some stuff that's sad too, man. So it's all right, man.
Yeah. Some of y'all sit on your hand till it fall asleep and rub one out. We know it. So don't, you know what? And I know who does it. What's up, bro? So he got fucking
So close. I'm gonna be on this episode, goddamn it.
He went and got the most rednecked shirt.
I thought I hit the mute button.
He almost, look at it. He's trying, bro. Look, shout out to Jay. Cough button Jay. He trying to get it. So Stone Cold, I don't know if you heard, but Tony Boselli's in the Hall of Fame.
Of course. I stayed up all night watching that thing.
Whew, tell me about it. Listen, we better never have nothing on the West Coast.
You didn't come to the back room, Stone Cold.
It would have been impossible to be on the back room having those two Terminator girls.
He was doing something else in the back room.
There's an audience here, Stone Cold. You could have jazzed it up. You could have said, man, I had it on in the background. And I was making sure I was earning my Hall of Fame jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mrs. Cold is within earshot.
Earshot.
Talking about the blind side, you got on head. So hey, she's all right. Hey, all right.
She know you be knocking them boots, Stone Cold.
Yes, sir. The bogs.
Motorboating. That's motorboating Oscar right there.
Stone Cold got the bogs on, boy. Say he don't need clap cleats.
Big Duval said Stone Cold gave himself a strange. That doesn't sound comfortable.
It doesn't, bro.
Like rubbing your hand. Have your hand ever been asleep and you rub it? That shit hurts. That shit doesn't feel good.
I didn't even attempt the cough button there, but
you know. So now, Stone Cold, the question is obviously, at what point does Freddie grace the stage and get his gold jacket?
Robert, man.
Robert Astor, he's right there with us. Great minds, Robbie.
This is what, his second year that he's at least made the top 25?
Yes, sir.
I say either he'll be in the 15 next year or the year after that. So I give it 2-3 max, and he should be in.
So what was it? So when they say top, they just know he was in the top 25 this year. We don't know if he was in. What was
he was in the top 25, but when they cut it down to 15, he was eliminated.
Yeah, he was the semifinals, right? He made it to the semis.
Yeah.
So after 15, what's the cut? I mean, after 15 is the list.
15 is the finalist. Yeah, 15 is the 15 is the finalist. Because
so he potentially could get in next year, though. I mean, if he was
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So when Doug Peterson runs the Duval Dandy to win the Super Bowl, for the Jaguars this season, right? Trevor Lawrence goes on to win MVP, right? Well, y'all know these things are gonna happen, and when that happens this year, then Fred Taylor will be in next year, right?
Yeah,
should be. Now the question is, and they brought this up on the radio show, who goes first? Is it Coughlin or Taylor or Jimmy Smith?
They might do
Freddie. Now they're doing a separate thing for coaches.
Yeah, it's Freddie.
But they'll fuck around and put Fred and Tom in the same year.
Maybe. Yeah, but they definitely could.
Yeah.
They definitely could. But I think Tom, you gotta remember Tom's exit here wasn't pretty.
Was not that.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
The NFLPA, it was national.
We talking about the first time or the second time. I mean, I know the second time, but
the second time. That's the most recent.
But he wasn't a coach. But he wasn't the coach. But he wasn't the coach.
It doesn't matter. It's even worse. He was the guy making all those decisions, and I'm not talking about the record. I'm talking about he was put as the reason why that we got the fines and NFLPA. Was called.
Yeah, but if we're gonna give people passes for like saying the N word and like making sure like they can move on from things, bro, I guess Tom Coughlin get a slap on the wrist, bro, he'll be okay. He still is a great coach.
He'll still make it to the Hall, but because he's the one with the most recent fuck up, I think he gets in. He'll get in before Jimmy, but he gets in second. I think Fred has been clean.
I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, no, Fred has been. And Fred's been
mentioned.
Yeah.
By me.
Well, Fred is ranked 17 all time of running backs.
And I just parted my man.
And besides two running backs ahead of him, Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson, everybody else is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but also
he's bound to be coming up.
And then if you look at when he stopped playing, he was what, like 10, 9 or 10?
Somewhere in there.
Some people passed him because he hasn't played in over 10 years.
Be honest, he would have been higher than 10, but when we got MJD started cutting into some of them runs.
Yep.
Kind of.
That's why I said kind of.
But kind of because MJD would score the touchdowns. Fred was still doing the heavy lifting. MJD was touching Fred. It was a change of pace. Pace. MJD gonna score from 20 yards out, but Fred done got 30 yards on that drive, and he might do that 3-on-3 drives, get 1 touchdown. MJD on those 3 drives might get 2 touchdowns on 25 to 30 yards 35 yards, or maybe like 4 carries. Where Fred just fucking workhorse that shit.
How many yards did MJD have that year? He led the league in touchdowns. I gotta look. It wasn't a lot because he was scoring tutties. Fred was doing all the like you said.
Yeah.
MJD stats. So, is MJD a Hall of Famer?
No.
Not enough?
I don't think so. I think if there was like
definitely not enough. He only has 8,000 yards.
Yeah, Shaq said I kind of go by what Shaq said. Said there's a Hall of Fame and there's a Hall of Very Good.
Very good, yeah.
And then there's also he said there should be a new category, just bad motherfuckers. But yeah, MJD's in the Hall of Very Good.
Very, very good. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh wow. Okay. MJD came in. MJD was tied for second for Rookie of the Year that year. I didn't know.
Yeah, he led the league in all-purpose yards.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was returning kicks.
MJ Dizzle, 13 touchdowns, my dog.
Rookie
and that's
year?
not including that's his rushing touchdowns. He had 15 touchdowns his rookie year.
That's what, one receiver and one kick return?
No,
he scored 28 seconds, but he scored a shout out to Fred, 28. Shout out to a Hawk. Man, yeah, bro. When I used to just do my little freestyles back in the day, bro, I used to always talk about Fred Taylor, bro.
Sitting on 28s. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on 28s, that Freddie T.
Yeah, all that, and then I mean, how many of them things in the zip?
Yo, in 2011, MJD was averaging 100 yards per game.
Yeah, that's when he led the league in rushing, right?
Yeah.
1,606. But and in that year though, he only had 8 touchdowns.
Yeah.
2009 he had 15, and that's just the rushing. We ain't talking about receiving. What he had? He had 1 receiver, so he had 16 touchdowns. 2008 he had 14 touchdowns. 2007 he had 9. 2006 he had 15. Crazy.
And that's crazy. And let's say is that even showing his special teams? I think he scored a kick return.
It doesn't. If I look here, yeah, he's got 1 and 2. He's got 2 over his career.
He had one his rookie year, but that's really how he should have won Rookie of the Year, because he led the league in all-purpose yards. Nobody had more, or he was the rookie when he had the most all-purpose yards. I don't know if he led the league, but he led all rookies.
Now, what was the appropriate name for the award last night for best player, best moment of the year?
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about the award, the Rainbow Award they gave.
No, Massive. No. Do you think Jamal Agnew's 109 kickback take
Thank you, Stone Cold, for keeping it moving.
Wasn't even contention for that? Best moment?
That's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, because you got to think about the moment. It didn't mean anything.
Bro, I mean, we lost, but
we lost.
There was a Hall of Fame record, though. Or
they
it was
were
a record, though.
They were shooting for a 66-yard field goal, which one was a 66-yard field goal.
Yeah.
They were shooting for a 66-yard field goal, and the motherfucker returned it 109. That's
if Justin Tucker, automatic tuck, doesn't kick a 66-yard field goal to win a game, then maybe yes, maybe that does.
Yeah, because they had to put those cleats in the Hall.
What were the nominees?
They didn't show that.
Oh,
they didn't show nominees.
Okay.
Right? They just picked the moment.
Yeah, they just picked the moment.
Okay, so I mean that's fine. I mean, no, I like the kick.
The kick was a great kick.
The kick was a great kick. I thought they didn't even get nominated. I didn't know if they showed nominees. I only really tuned in for Boselli, and then right after Boselli, they had another little 10-minute ceremony.
What was it?
You didn't see they gave out the Rainbow Award to Carl Nassib?
My God.
Yeah.
They
not called the Rainbow Award, but
they just ran like a 10-minute little 5 to 10 minute little promo.
Like an LGBTQ.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was good. It was good. It was a good. It was actually decent, but.
Because they had a bunch of athletes from schools and everything come out and say that Carl Nassib gave him the confidence and whatnot to come out.
And
who?
Well, it was a high school player. There was a kid that just he was playing high school, and he came out and said that inspired him. And then there was just other people in the community, I guess, who played, some guys who former athletes at schools and there and whatever, and just female coaches in NFL and shit like that. So I mean, it was a good segment.
I missed it. I literally turned.
If you get a chance to watch it, it was a good segment. It was just
it was. But I'll tell you what, Andrew Whitworth's speech stole the show.
Did you see that? Okay, so you saw that.
I watched it today.
Okay. Oh, see,
his speech stole the show.
Let me explain. When it comes to football,
he went crazy.
I'm an emotional wreck. I love this game so much. I'm listening to Andrew Whitworth's speech, and I literally got tears welling up as he's talking. And I see him get tears welling up, and then my tears come hard. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, shout out David Kraft. David Kraft, are you related to Robert Kraft? are you related to?
Do you know Robert Kraft does not own Kraft like cheese?
No, that's bullshit. Don't tell me that.
He doesn't, bro. It's Kraft Services. Like, you ever heard of Kraft Services?
He is.
Yeah.
You frequent the same massage parlor, David.
Anyways, you were saying, Kay?
Well,
I was waiting for you to finish what you were talking about, your moment of getting teary-eyed, and then I guess the moment's gone.
No, they're coming back.
I got chicken. It was gone.
Okay. But yeah, Andrew Whitworth, bro.
Yeah, he stole the show last night at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And to actually hear that story of Derek Barnes, this rookie linebacker this year, actually run to him and say, "Hey, you helped me out."
Yes.
Back when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that touches me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. A lot of it.
A lot of it, yeah.
A lot
that
of
was
it.
good. That was good. That was a great save. That was probably the best save. Outside of Boselli getting the jacket, and that's just honestly, had he not got in, that would have been his best segment. That's just me being biased. That would have been the best segment. It's just me being biased because Tony got in.
Yeah.
But that shit was probably the best shit that happened that night, or the best actual segment of that show. I mean,
man, I saw
outside
a tweet.
of the Urban Meyer joke.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
25 seconds in.
I saw somebody put a tweet out there of Manning and Rodgers walking away and saying, they just put in quotations, "You know what, Rodgers? You're gonna love Denver."
Mm-hmm.
It sounded like a goodbye speech.
That's what people were saying. I didn't hear it, but that's what they were saying.
I didn't listen to the MVP speech, so but shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
It literally sounded like a goodbye speech.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna get the fuck out of Green Bay, bro. It's cold. My wife doesn't like it here. You know how that is, bro.
It's not that cold, bro. All the snow melted. It's actually quite nasty outside right now.
Yeah.
All the snow melted. Everything's just watery slush. So it's kind of nasty.
I did forget though when you guys were bringing up Canton and everything like that. I know it's in August. What specific day? I gotta figure out her vacation time because she always goes vacation to visit her family in Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Y'all better line that shit up like a tape up.
Family vacation.
Because her family lives in Findlay, Ohio, which I think is like a couple hours away from Canton.
Right. Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now because I have joined. If you are somebody who wants to go to Canton and you want to travel for this event, or if you want to travel to any Jaguar away game, you should join Jaguars Travel Buds on Facebook. It's a group that's run by Nikki McLaughlin, who is awesome. She constantly is getting everything set up for these massive away game trips. Every time they go, they get a tour of the stadium, the away stadium. They get all this stuff included. It's a great deal. And it's a package that you're able to pay for over the season. Like, you don't have to go drop all this money. So it's like, okay, the first $100 is due by this date. Next 100 is due by this date. And you can pay it off. So it's pretty awesome. She is getting it planned now. I commented on the post. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure she said a date.
I'm really considering wanting to go to the Philly game with you guys. I would love to.
Yeah. The Philly game will be incredible. I told Jimbo not to come.
Oh yeah, Jimbo can't afford. He can't afford to. Not that he can't afford to make the trip because he definitely can. He just can't afford to be in that stadium when shit goes down and shit gonna get real. Because shit gonna have to get real.
Don't call it. This is not a gimmick, bro. Okay. I'm ignorant.
As fuck.
I'm ignorant as fuck at these Jaguar games, bro.
As fuck. I'm still reserved, but it's gonna go down. But he is ignorant.
I'm ignorant.
Hey, well, my only concern is,
but he just be looking over at me like, you about to get us some shit. Okay, all right, I'm with it.
Oh no. See, my concern is, what is it, baby?
Oh,
it's tape.
It's taped.
Mm-hmm.
It's taped. All right. Guys, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, go ahead. There's a baby. All right. Miles Jack did not. Wait, Miles Jack looked like he forgot his drip on stage. I didn't see Miles Jack.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say somebody mentioned Miles earlier.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
I didn't think so. I didn't see Miles. I didn't get to ask anybody.
You could point that hairdo out anywhere.
Right. And I actually had the video.
Someone said, "Where was Miles? Where was Miles? What? Why was Miles supposed to be somewhere?"
He was part of the
Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the people were there.
Yeah.
But someone said, "Okay."
It didn't look like a full 32 though. When you look at them all line up,
they brought them all out on stage and.
Yeah. But no, what I was gonna say is, I know I have my ignorant personality as well, but you start adding in the alcohol or whatever, that gets taken to Jedi level, and then I know Kay probably in that moment will start baiting me along, and then my drunken stupid self would go along with it.
Man, now I'm not gonna speak about Jedi's right now, but y'all make sure y'all go watch the season finale of Boba Fett.
It was awesome.
Hey, we will talk about that later, bro. But, hey,
you fucking nerds, bro.
Dog, I don't even like Star Wars, dog. But I fuck with the Mandalorian. I fuck with Boba Fett. Like I fuck with the shows, bro. I do not fuck with Star Wars. But, bro, I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. But my dog went crazy.
Nobody's seen it but you two.
Bro, it's people who see that shit. People love that little green guy, man. Thank you. People love that little green guy.
Baby Yoda.
Grogu.
Or Grogu. Which
Don't disrespect the young god. Do not disrespect the young god.
Kyler. Speaking of Kyler, did you see what the Arizona Cardinals did in retaliation to Kyler Murray?
Did they unfollow him?
No. Instead, they deleted all their pictures off of Instagram except for 2 pictures of Kyler.
Oh.
I love the pettiness. They said, "We want you. We only want you." He deleted every picture off his Instagram except for 2 of him.
That's funny.
They deleted every picture off their Instagram except for 2 of him. I love it, dog. That shit is hilarious.
Oh, no, they must have switched it back because they got all.
They put it all back.
It's 631 posts
on Instagram.
AZ Cardinals.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah,
that's devastating. I screenshot it when I saw it. Yeah, I screenshot it. I have it.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I need that. Yeah, that's hilarious.
That was the funniest shit I had ever seen because I saw a Cardinal fan talking about it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, no fucking way. So I went and looked and I said, oh my God, this is absolutely fucking hilarious. And shout out to them. And you know what probably happened is it was probably one of the social media guys who did it.
Mm-hmm.
The team was made aware and they're like, no, you can't do that.
It's just archived. It's all right. It's not gone. Like, we can still make money. It's fine.
That's pettiness, man.
That's funny.
Stone Cold, tell me this. How shitty are Arizona Cardinal fans to want to bitch and complain when they have a coach like Cliff Kingsbury, a franchise quarterback like Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, arguably the best receiver in football. If you want to put anybody above him, the only person you could possibly put is Devontae Adams. They have Budda Baker. They have J.J. Watt. They have Chandler Jones. They have Isaiah.
For now.
I mean, how are fans upset? How are their fans mad? I first thought this to myself because I saw one of the fans, and this was during the Byron Adrian Wilson to Jacksonville thing. I saw one of their fans tweet out, guys, how would you like Byron and Adrian in 2023 in Arizona? I said, wait a second. In order for Byron and Adrian in 2023, that means Kingsbury would have to be fired. You want to fire Cliff Kingsbury? Like, do you not realize how much you guys have sucked for so fucking long? And you guys actually have talent now, and it's not good enough, and now you're mad?
They're just so pissed off that their team sucked so bad in the playoffs.
They sucked ever since Kyler came back from the injury. I mean, it fucked him up.
Yeah.
But before that, he was an MVP candidate.
Yeah, but also, like, for some strange reason, they had a good record. but they could never win at home. They were undefeated on the road.
Yeah.
But they could never win a home game. Now, I admit, if I was a fan, that would kind of piss me off a little.
We went through something like that.
Oh, yeah.
We went through something like that where we weren't winning at home. Holmesy said Cup is better.
We weren't winning shit, so I mean.
No.
Cup is better right now today, Holmesy. Yes, you're right. Cup, but that's just because Cup had a year that, I mean, it makes him the best receiver in the league right now.
Yeah.
Cup's year made him the best receiver in the league right now. I wouldn't say Cup is the best receiver in the league overall.
No.
But right
Not
now.
at all.
But right now? Yeah, he the best.
I love that joke he made last night as well in regards to Stafford and Eminem both being from Detroit.
That was great.
That was good. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but goddamn, it was funny.
It's a whole bunch of talented people and a white boy from Detroit. Yeah, that shit is funny. And he's a Lions fan, so he really liked the joke. That was he was great. King Michael Key was great. He definitely made it super fucking entertaining.
Buddy's hilarious.
Yeah, the whole thing was a blast.
Even the whole segment of Peyton and Eli shanghaiing the hosting from him, that was hilarious. But it was funny though. Like you never really paid attention to it. Eli keeps that same mug the whole damn time.
Oh
no
yeah,
emotion,
bro. Eli Manning might be the funniest person in the NFL, bro. Well,
one of them
in the NFL now. And Peyton Manning is one of the other funniest people to ever play in the NFL, or that we've seen personality-wise.
Man with one of the biggest foreheads in the world.
Bro, Stone Cold. I don't know how you watch Monday Night Football, but when there's an option for the Manning cast,
I watch the Manning cast.
I'm watching the Manning cast.
It's hilarious.
It's way better than the regular broadcast.
Every time. No questions asked. It's the best.
Yeah, it's funny.
The event overall was great. Tony Boselli into the hall is great. We will be invading Canton. As I said, if you guys want to join us, go ahead and join that group. I mean, I will keep y'all up to date with everything that is the packages that they come up with to get everybody to Canton. Honestly, I'm probably gonna drive. Even if I'm back in Jacksonville, it's not that far, bro. Ohio's not that far. So I'll probably drive to Ohio.
I am not driving anywhere. I will be in the hotel. Bro, flights are round trip like $150, bro. I will fly into Canton or right outside of Canton.
Yeah.
But I'm not, bro.
You gotta rent a car.
I don't like 10 hours. I don't like being in the car for over 10 hours. I don't like being in the car, honestly, driving in one sitting.
How far is it? How far is it? 12 hours?
Probably
something like that.
Bro, Atlanta, I'll hop in the car, bro. Miami, I'll hop in the car. Anything over that, I gotta I'm in the air every single time. I hate it. It's just too much risk. I just hate driving that much, bro. Like I like going where I need to go and getting there and getting back and just doing what I need to do. I don't need to. That shit is horrible. It's necessary sometimes.
Sometimes
you got to do it. Then you got to do it. I'll do it if I have to.
I don't mind it as long as I'm in a vehicle that I can fit in.
You can take certain things in cars you can't take on planes. So it's always nice. Like I might want to drive to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Might have to. Stone Cold might have to. You might have to bring that license, Stone Cold.
I'm not driving to Philadelphia.
I don't know if they stand your ground in Philly, Stone Cold. You might be careful.
Philly, I'm not driving.
I'll stand out in Philly. You know I would.
No, you won't. Trust me, you will not. You've never been to an Eagles game. I have.
Is it a lot of Stone Colds out there?
Yeah, it's a lot of everybody's out there, bro. That shit is ridiculous. Oh my god, I almost dropped all.
So, anyway, make sure you guys come with us, man. I'm serious. Like, if you've never traveled to some away shit for the Jags, you have to travel to Canton.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let this pass you up because, like I told Jimbo, let me tell you something about Jimbo. I love him, right? But that's my brother. He went to sleep last night.
I didn't even watch it.
He went to sleep. He said, "Oh, I fell asleep." I said, "Sir, do you realize you may die before the next Jaguar is inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Anything can happen.
You may die before the next Jaguar is inducted into the Hall of Fame. You are 30. What is he? 37 now, and it's the first one you've seen, bro. How are you gonna fall asleep? I had to be up at 3 o'clock this morning.
Trevor can't get in for another 20-something years, so you're gonna be 60 by the time when Trevor gets in.
I'm telling you. We cannot, don't come in with other jerseys. David, listen. David! I'm coming in painted in paint from head to toe like a Jaguar with I got the logo here, but I'm gonna paint the logo here.
David, bro. We don't give a fuck.
David, we gonna have some fun in Philly, David. It's gonna be a blast. I can't wait. But make sure y'all come to Canton. Don't miss this because it's gonna be huge. And you want to be a part of this, right? Like there are certain things. I tell people, I didn't get to go to the Buffalo game, right? The playoff game. I didn't get to go to that. But what I did get to go to was the Steelers post game at the stadium. And it was one of the best moments of my life. Being there for the guys to fly back from Pittsburgh that night. It was one of the best moments of my life. I was out there with my children, bundled up in blankets, and it's going to be beautiful. David, I'm going all through the 700s, jerseyed out, screaming Duval. You don't understand?
Yeah.
David.
I mean, we're not going to be in the 700s probably, but
I'm going to find them now, and I'm going to take a video doing it and send it to David.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be sitting there, but I'm saying, like,
David, I've been waiting to find some fans that was with the shits. Like viral videos can help the podcast, Stone Cold. If you think of the headline, Men and Teal podcast brawls at Eagles game. It's beautiful. We're going viral. But we got to be able to get out of the stadium. I love you, David. You're the GOAT. But let's jump to these coaches, man. Because I want to open up my next box of wings, so we need to get started.
You know what?
What?
That boy done assembled the staff. Almost right.
He did.
He's got 14 coaches on staff right now.
Edison, let me count. Hold on. He said a number. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hey, Stone Cold, he counting chicken wings, man. Don't let him lie to you.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Byron might not come home. All right, look. Let's talk about these coaches.
What about?
We gonna give the applause or the womps, okay, for every hire. You give thumbs up or thumbs down. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Doug Peterson. Man, I can't see your fucking hand. Press Taylor. You don't put your thumb up no more. You just go.
No, that's good. I put my straight, bro. I told y'all, bro. I'm in the Hall of Fame, bro. I didn't spill nothing. I caught it.
Jim Bob Cooter.
That's the most country name ever.
Is he gonna have his clothes on?
Probably not.
He's gonna be in them goddamn pools.
Bernie Parmalee. Retention. Couple
I don't know. After that bullshit with James Robinson, that was kind of sketchy. I don't blame him.
Wait, I was about to say.
What do you mean blame him? James Robinson was fucking hurt.
Is the big bad man or was it Parmalee?
Man, James Robinson was hurt. It wasn't nobody. James Robinson was fucking hurt. Stone Cold, you can't tell me you've seen Achilles injuries. Those don't happen. It was non-contact. The play didn't even start. The
I understand he was hurt. I didn't say he wasn't hurt.
So it's not the big bad. So it can't be the big. We can't blame that on the big bad man. He knows the kid's hurt, and he didn't throw the kid under the bus and say, "Hey, the kid's fucking hurt, and he still wants to play." That's not what he didn't say. But that's
not throwing under the bus. Yeah, he could have said that though. What's thrown under the bus is saying, I don't have anything to do with that. You have to ask the running backs coach.
Because guess what? Somebody better have some answers because I'm trying to figure out why y'all telling me I'm watching him. Urban Meyer probably said this. I saw the same thing I see. I'm watching him limp. Y'all telling me he's good and I'm watching him limp.
He lied.
Who lied?
Urban. That's all that matters. Urban lied.
Urban's a natural-born liar.
We're not talking about that. Stop deflecting.
I'm just saying, bro. Urban lied. What do you mean he lied to protect the player? He didn't want to say he was hurt.
We knew he was hurt. Everybody knew he was hurt. All he had to say was, I set him down because of his injury.
Everybody didn't know he was hurt.
The whole media had been talking about it for weeks. Nobody was saying anything, but he was playing through the heel. We all knew about it.
Dan Hickens said, so you essentially been bitched. Like, bitch, you know he's been hurt. That shit was irresponsible as fuck for Dan Higgins. But
you were trying
to do what?
No, you were trouting him out there like he was fine.
What do you mean? No, they weren't. He was getting limited touches. They were trotting him out there like he's hurt. Because you're trotting him out there like he's not 100%.
He only got limited touches after the fumbles, though. That's when you limited his touches.
Yeah, because he probably felt like the injuries affected the way he plays.
Well, that's the thing, though. Every time Urban was asked, he never brought up, hey, he's looking a little iffy right now. We're going to limit him back a little bit. No.
Man, he called the motherfucker James the running back.
Exactly.
Is that his job?
Hey, Mike Caldwell.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, better fucking Mike Caldwell. That's great. Mike McCoy.
I don't know much about him, but I mean his resume is good. So yeah.
Rory Segrist.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
I looked him up. He looks like a toddler. He is literally the youngest fella I've ever seen in a coaching polo.
Yeah, man. Hey David, man. We often get on tangents, man, and we'll get back to the courses when we get back to the course.
Let's see. I'm going to show you. No, I'm sorry. That's not him. That's the other guy. No, I'm sorry. Rory is was the former defensive line coach from Arkansas and Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns.
With Billy Napier.
Yeah. He was out there. So, yeah, no, it looks solid. Now
he's doing what with Billy Napier? What was his position?
D-line coach.
D-line coach and assistant head coach. Now he is the defensive assistant. The retention of Tony Gilbert. Former Jaguar. I love it. Brinston Buckner. Probably my favorite hire so far.
Because you know what it can lead to.
Oh, yeah. Phil Rocher, something like that. Rocher.
Yeah, so, I think it's Rocher, actually.
O-line coach from the Vikings.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins gets a lot of time to throw the ball. Or a decent amount of time to throw the ball.
And Dalvin Cook has room to run.
Yeah.
So
he'd be running wide open. He had wide open lanes.
They run his own scheme. So, I mean, we're going to be pounding the rock.
Yeah. Definitely. What just happened? Oh, they muted. Good job, man. Look at this. Mute button for the call. This guy right here is the one I was talking about. His name is Mr. Andrew Briner. Briner. I like Briner. Let me show you this toddler. Yes, he is a toddler. All right, let's see him. Let's get him right here. Let's get this guy in. He looks like a dick. He really does. Like, not like an actual penis, but like he looks like he's a dick. Let's show. Can we show this? I don't think we
can show penises on the internet.
I think, well, depending on who's on, I'd be willing to consider it. Here we go. You ready? Look at this guy. Whoa. That's a child.
Yeah.
That is a child.
With a wedding ring.
And what's his position?
He's the offensive assistant.
Okay.
So he's going to be getting everybody Gatorades and whatnot. Okay.
No.
I'm about to say, I don't think that's what that entails.
I think this is. I think this guy's gonna be considered hot. He's coming out of college. This guy's gonna be considered a coaching candidate one day here soon. I mean, that looks like a senior picture.
Yeah, it does.
That looks like Jay. That looks like a senior picture.
That's how you know he wasn't paying attention at all.
That looks like kicker guy when he cut his hair.
Yes. So I don't know much about him, but you know what? He looks like a toddler, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Heath Farwell.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Good. All right.
I mean, Buffalo was in the top 10 with special teams. So
yeah.
That's good.
David. He's going to be watching a lot of film.
Facts.
Oh my God! Hold on, talk about it, bro. I don't know what happened with special teams, but David Kraft is about to fucking cream his shorts over to whoever the special teams coach is.
That's Steve Farwell, bro.
That's Steve Farwell.
Yeah, Heath, bro.
Heath Bar.
Heath. You tell me, Jay, ethnicity for Heath.
I mean, he looks like you, probably, or Stone Cold. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, Heath is definitely white. Bill Shuey. Oh, look at Stone Cold.
I don't know much about him.
Okay. You know what he's coaching?
I have to look that up. I was mainly looking at the main ones.
Outside linebacker coach for the Bears.
Oh, okay. Well, they got a good linebacking core, so he's got to be good.
Cody Grimm. Coming over with Mr. Caldwell from the Buccaneers. He's the safeties coach.
Oh, okay. All right.
Antoine Winfield Jr.'s coach. That Buck secondary coach. I like that one a lot. So here's what I want to talk about. Because Jacksonville, you've done what we all knew you would do at some point. You've got me completely sucked back in. Like if I had a spouse that could suck me in the way that the Jags do, look at Jay's eyes. I would have way more kids, and I have a lot of kids. I would have way more kids. Pull-out game would be weak because I can't. I mean, I really cannot seem to pull out of hype in the offseason with Jacksonville. I just can't do it. Let's look at this, though. I find it super, super interesting. Ready for that?
Yeah.
Brinson Buckner. What did he coach in Arizona?
D-line.
What's he coaching here?
D-line.
Phil Rocher. What did he coach in the Vikings?
O-line.
What's he coaching here?
O-line.
Heath Farwell. What did he coach in Buffalo?
Special teams.
What's he coaching here?
Special teams.
Bill Shuey. What did he coach in Chicago?
Linebacker. Outside linebacker. But yeah.
Cody Grimm. What did he coach in Tampa Bay?
Safeties.
And what is he coaching here?
Safeties.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lateral moves.
Well, you got to figure Rocher, whatever we want to refer to his last name now, and Shuey, and I believe the special teams guy got fired.
No, that was after the interview.
Okay, that was after. All right,
and
but
it was never announced.
Okay.
It was never, his firing was never announced. The only firing that was announced, and this may be a hire that takes place here shortly, will be the DB's coach from the Dolphins, Mr. Gerald Alexander, which we will be going for.
What I was going to say is a couple of those names, though, were part of staffs that lost their head coach, so they were probably looking for a job.
Yeah.
Except for Arizona, mind you. No, that was a pure lateral move.
The Arizona move, the Heath Farwell move. Sorry, my nuts are moved funny. There we go. The Heath Farwell move. I had to adjust them. And Farwell, Cody Grimm, and Brinson Buckner, 100% coaching staff still intact, all the way lateral.
Mm-hmm.
No firing took place publicly. It was not announced. Gerald Alexander's firing was announced. So why wouldn't theirs? Just odd.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it speaks to the level of respect that these coaches have and the want to come coach here with Doug Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it also speaks to the level of respect that Doug Peterson has amongst these other teams, because a team can block a lateral move.
Oh, yeah.
They can block it, and then most players don't look to make lateral moves. Or,
bro, we got sunshine, bro. They just is like, okay, maybe Jacksonville can try to get him. We'll see. We'll let Jacksonville try to get a little shine, bro. And we'll see what they can do with some shit. Because
I tell you what, man, if Buffalo somehow gets Chandler Jones here, bro, I'm happy.
Hey, this is the NFL, bro. You don't think Roger Goodell, you don't think that, you remember the NFL is all of those people, everybody combined. Don't nobody own the NFL. So it's like, hey, we gotta get them good. But also that may be looking, what we talked about on the phone off mic the other day about we're not gonna go into that whole thing, but about expanding the league.
Right.
Because if they expand the league, you can't just be having no new teams just come in and just fucking just go, what they say, steal the show.
Yeah,
that's how they did us. So I mean, shit, we got kind of, and then they was like, no more help.
Slow that shit down, big boy.
Slow it down. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully that leads into that. But I don't care. Let us get good, bro. Let us develop our quarterback. Let us see what we can do. Build us some defense real quick. And
I was telling Kay earlier today, I love the fact that the 4 people around Trevor Lawrence all played the position of quarterback.
Yeah.
Which 4 was that? Tell the people. You may not know.
Doug Peterson, Mike McCoy, Jim Bob Cooter, and Press Taylor. They all played quarterback. He's building a similar staff to what he did at the Eagles. Just he's focusing all his attention on getting Trevor Lawrence to the best.
You found out exactly what made Carson Wentz comfortable, and you catered to that, and you excelled. He gets hurt, you go down. It's kind of bumpy with Nick Foles early, but y'all figure out exactly. You start tailoring the offense towards him. You start figuring out what he likes. Then y'all go on a fucking tear and win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
So he knows. Like I said, you got to get those minds in there, and you just got to be picking this kid's brain. And I don't think people were really picking this kid's brain like that last year.
Oh, hell no.
I think he probably was doing some, but I don't know if he was really. Yeah, that was crazy. But I don't know how much he was trying to pick brains either. So you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, he's a rookie, so it's like, yeah, he wants to get good, and he's in his book and stuff. But y'all are the adults there. Y'all are the people with experience there. Y'all are the coaches, the teachers. Y'all need to be honestly he's a student. He's trying to be a student of the game. He's trying to get better. He's trying to put on a gold jacket. So you teach him as such, and not just don't treat him like a kid, but fucking teach him.
Picked a bunch of hodgepodge coaches and just tried to work together.
I wouldn't say that.
You picked a good staff, like in theory.
They just weren't cohesive. That staff probably wasn't cohesive. So when you say hodgepodge, I see where you're headed with that kind of, but it was definitely like, hey, I like you, hey, I like you, hey, I like you. You're decent at your job. Let's come together.
You're not getting that. You're not getting that with this. He is picking his guys who have worked with him in the past, who he knows and is familiar with. You're not getting that a bunch of strangers getting in a room.
Yeah.
Like there was only
a couple. They know how to talk to each other. There's still going to be ego because this is football.
Sanjay was considered a respected coach. Bevel has a Super Bowl ring, considered a respected coach. Schottenheimer considered a respected coach. Cullen considered a respected coach. Like he brought in some guys, bro, that were considered respected coaches around the league.
Yeah,
but they weren't cohesive as a unit.
Correct.
None of them were on the same page. Joe Cullen finally got the defense on some sort of page.
A lot of those guys had never worked together in any capacity.
Exactly. The only two I think were
Schottenheimer and Bevel.
Schottenheimer and Bevel. That's it.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's that kind of cohesiveness. But what we were just saying is he's bringing in guys that he's worked with prior on offense and defense, where a lot of these guys have already worked with each other also too.
Yeah.
So it should be a lot easier to get one page, one message, even though he's in control. He's not doing.
I don't know if it was on purpose or whatever, but he's doing a nice mix of aged veteran and some young cats.
I thought he was going to say black and white. I thought he was going to say black and white, and he paused to figure out how to say black coaches and white.
Nah, man. I knew Stone. I knew Stone Cold was going to go there because if you look at it, there's some really young guys like in their 30s, right? Like, and then you got experienced people too coming in, but it's still like relatively like 39 years old, 40. Like these guys aren't a hope, but you got young guys in this locker room. You got to be able to relate to these guys. You got to be able to having a whole bunch of old farts around, and can't nobody have fun. They don't understand how these kids work and how they practice. And we're gonna go hard, but bro, we're rich. Like we're just we want to be really good, bro. But you can chill, bro. We gotta get it, but they gotta work harder too. Like I don't want to be too lax on them. You gotta work them, but you gotta find that fine. You gotta find that fine balance. You gotta find that. Yeah, you gotta get.
Haagen-Dazs, not that shit. Stone Cold, favorite coach hire outside of Doug Peterson, and why?
Are we talking about other teams or our team specific?
Our team.
Okay. I like the Mike Caldwell.
Fuck he talking about other teams. This is a goddamn Jaguar podcast, bro. Why'd I ask you about another team? Coaching hire. Should I bring him back? I don't trust him anymore. I don't trust him on the show. Hey, we need to figure something out.
I thought he was talking about a defensive coach.
I know now, but he asked me that. I'm kind of upset. I don't want to bring him. Come on, man.
I was reading the comments.
You caught me off guard. You just said another coaching hire, and I didn't. I was just trying to get the specifics of what you were talking about. That's all.
Us.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Why?
Mike Caldwell. I want to see what he can do because you see. With the Todd Bowles defense, he's learned under Todd Bowles. He's been in other schemes, though, as well. But what he was able to – I could tell why when they had that interview, Brian Sexton with Doug Peterson about saying, hey, I want to maintain the 3-4 because they built this with quick, athletic linebackers. That's what we have. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you know what? I need a good defensive coordinator, but somebody who's good with linebackers. And you look at what Mike Caldwell has done – with the linebacking core at Tampa, Devin White, all that. Oh, yeah, it screams great fit here, especially to get the best out of Miles Jack, who has been quiet. He's made plays, but not that we have seen that he can.
but that's like I said, that's all of this is why I love football, bro. Because guess what? If your front four, like, there's a lot of shit. Miles is going to get his tackles, but he's not going to get a whole bunch of interceptions. They're not creating no pass rush.
I know, Miles, but I still think
I really don't see how
he hasn't reached his plateau yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but just honestly, how much can you do? Like, you could, at this point, how bad these teams have been these last few years, you honestly can only go out there and do your job. And like I said, 2020, Miles Jack should have been a Pro Bowler.
Oh yeah.
And our defense got worse. I feel like our defense almost got worse a little bit, bro. We got less pressure this year. We got less sacks. Like they came up a little bit towards the end, but he didn't ever get a chance to really get going. Like there was really nothing. There was nothing being generated. We couldn't get no turnovers. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen. But so I don't know. But everybody can play better.
Mike Caldwell, I could see he's not going to run the same thing as Todd Bowles, but I have a feeling he's going to have that same mentality as Todd Bowles, meaning I'm blitzing most of this damn game.
Yeah, we're going to aggressive. We're going to be aggressive. I mean, that's the thing. We lack blitz. We don't blitz nothing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what.
17, we were aggressive.
Yeah.
We need that back.
Yeah.
I want Miles Jack out there head
I don't think we're trading Miles Jack. We need to have somebody in that middle of that defense who knows actually what they're doing. The thing they keep kind of switching. I don't know if he wants to be. If he doesn't want to be here, then yeah, you trade him. But we kind of keep switching his position. I kind of would like to see him play the same position 2 years in a row.
If you trade Miles Jack, where is Duval going to get its supply of candles?
Shit, I don't know, bro. I'm about
exactly. God damn it.
I'm gonna start bringing. I'm gonna start supplying Duval with the soap. So
we not talking about trading no motherfucking body.
That's Daniel Holmes talking about trading Miles Jack.
Look here, bro. I'm glad we segued on to this because I'm back now. First of all, wait, hold on. Before we do that, who's your favorite coach in high outside of Doug Peterson?
I really don't have one, bro.
Okay, all right. I like Brenston Buckner. I like Brenston Buckner a lot as a player, and I think that he can bring us Chandler Jones. In the last Arizona defensive end we got was pretty good. Okay, so here's the thing. And I had to go away for a second so I could breathe because I'm about to go on a rant. I wish I had a button for that. Because you know why? Yeah, that's what this is. Because Daniel Holmes just talked about trading somebody who is one of the better players we've had in this team for quite some time. We are not trading the talent that we actually do have, and I don't give a fuck what their cap hit is, and I don't care what they did last year. None of that shit matter. I had somebody, I ain't gonna put him out there because I love him, but I had somebody tell me that we need to get rid of Brandon Linder.
Uh-oh.
Not only did I have somebody tell me we need to get rid of Brandon Linder, Twitter as a whole has been posting about us cutting Brandon Linder. I said cutting Brandon Linder. Cutting one of the top 5 centers in the league consistently since he came into the league. Cutting the best lineman that you have. Cutting a guy, and you want to cut him to save $10 million. You have top 3 cap space in the league, and you want to cut Brandon Linder, your best offensive lineman, to save $10 million. And somebody's going to comment before I finish this and say, well, it's because he's hurt a lot. I don't give a fuck if he's hurt a lot. I don't care if he's hurt a lot. He's missed one time. Has he missed more than half the games? One time. Also, you can go and say, well, one time he played all 16 games. I don't care. He is top 5, top 7 and now in his position. And if I get a top 7 in his position player for 9 games, I can let my backup play the other games to get us through. I'm not cutting Brandon Linder to save $10 million. We have plenty of fucking money. We never spend to the cap. We never have. We probably never will. It is going to be impossible to go into free agency and spend $60+ million. We don't need to make it 70 because we cut Brandon Linder. We can't even re-sign players that we draft here. And you want to go ahead and cut the guy that we've actually kept around. You guys want to trade or cut Miles Jack. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all want to trade or cut the players that are actually good? What? Somebody had the nuts to tell me that Tyler Shatley was going to be able to replace Linder full-time. Tyler Shatley, let me tell you something about Tyler Shatley, okay? Tyler Shatley plays what positions? Guard, center, guard, all of them, yeah? Okay? Let's go back, not this past season, the season before that. That would be Benjamin Barch's rookie season. We recall this. Andrew Norwell had some injuries. AJ Canton had some injuries. We saw a little Ben Barch action. Remember that, Stone Cold? Okay, Stone Cold. You remember Ben Barch had to start a few games, right? Will Richardson Jr. had to start a few games in guard. Right? You remember that, right? In those games that they had to start, Brandon Linder was healthy, okay? Not every single game that they had to start was Shatley starting at center, okay? Why the fuck would you start a guy at center? Would you get rid of Brandon Linder to start a guy at center who could not start over Will Richardson Jr. and poor play rookie Ben Barch 2 years ago? Tyler Shatley couldn't start over either one of those guys at guard, and they are both terrible that year. Terrible. They were literally turnstiles. No fucking way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Now Daniel Holmes pitching a narrative that I can understand. He's saying you cut him and then you sign Linderbaum.
Tyler Linderbaum.
Fine, you draft Linderbaum out of Notre Dame,
Iowa.
One of those stone cold schools. Iowa. He's supposed to be the top center. Okay, but you're not drafting the center number 1, Holmesy. That's not happening. Now I bet Holmesy's gonna respond and say that we trade back and then we draft him, right? That's probably
who in the fuck is trading up?
Nobody.
Nobody.
But that's what Holmesy gonna say. He gonna say we trade back, then we draft.
Somebody's gonna have a good draft. Someone's gonna have a good combine. So we have a good combine. I'm like, no, bro. I don't give a fuck.
It's not gonna happen. I don't see.
Not coming off that.
You know what? I had somebody, and I don't like. Shout out to this guy because we had a conversation afterwards. But this guy proposed a trade. Yeah, I figured Holmesy, where he was saying that we move back to like 5, right? Which I think is the Giants, if I remember correctly. So the Giants move up, we move back, right? And you know who we take at 5?
Bro, yeah, I seen that, bro. He talking about take Evan Neal at 5.
What? Take Evan Neal at 5? What? Why move back to take Evan Neal at 5?
Because a lot of there's been speculation from other draft people that Evan Neal is a reach at number 1.
Who cares?
Yeah, we have the number 1 pick. It doesn't matter. If you can pick him at 5, you pick him at fucking 1, and you get out of there. You don't fucking play around and get duped. You trade back to 5, and then he gets picked at 2.
This shit is so stupid to me. He's not good enough to go at 1, but he's good enough to go at 5. That is so dumb to me. But my point wasn't even that. Like, it's not about Evan Neal. My point is, if you get a chance to move back to 5, you take a fucking receiver.
Yeah.
A receiver, bro. You take the position you actually need because free agency has a few good tackles. You have a guy who you can re-sign, and you have the opportunity to draft guards or centers in the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round, typically where they go, and you'll be able to get them there. And you'll be fine. No, Jawan Taylor cannot move to guard. Nobody better fucking say it because I'm going to lose my shit. That's not possible. It's not a thing. It's not going to happen. Don't suggest it.
Hell, he already said he wouldn't.
He's about to be a backup on this team. End of story. Neal can stuff Tibb and Hutchinson. Yes, absolutely. Neal, the thing about Neal is, and this is what pisses me off, is I feel like people just say shit to say shit. They're like, oh, he gives me Joko vibes. No, he doesn't. Joko had no booty.
Yeah.
His quads had no size to them whatsoever. He was built like a capital T, but large up top, skinny as fuck down below. Just like Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson just happens to be stronger than a Luke Joko was. This motherfucker Neal is built like fucking the mountain, like goddamn.
That's a massive man, bro.
He's like built like Thor, the guy, not Thor the superhero, Thor the power lifter. Like this dude is huge. I guarantee his quads are like 56, 58 inches, bigger than some people's waists. Like, dude is massive.
Huge.
So
huge.
Totally different. And I'm not. This isn't a draft Evan Neal campaign. I'm just saying the trade scenarios blow my mind. But no, we cannot get rid of the good talent that you actually have. That's not how you build. You don't get rid of the guys you have and then try to replace those guys, not the ones that were actually good. We're not good at drafting, right? That's what they say. Free agents don't want to come here, right? So what do we need the money for? Re-sign the good guys you have, keep them, and then go get more guys and hope that they're good. That's how you build a team. You don't trade Miles Jack. You don't cut Brandon Linder. Like, think about this. If you cut Brandon Linder and re-sign Tyler Shatley, you probably, let's say you can't re-sign Cam. Let's say he wants to go elsewhere. You've lost Cam, Linder, Will Richardson, AJ Cann, and Brandon Linder. Did I say Brandon Linder? Brandon Linder. 5. Yeah. It's 5 no matter what, right? The right now, the available free agents are Will Richardson, Cam Robinson, Andrew Norwell, AJ Cann, over here, and then Tyler Shatley. Yeah. That's literally a starting 5 we walked out on the field one week.
Exactly.
Those are all the guys up for re-sign. And I want to ask you this, Stone Cold, because I was talking earlier, and I don't know if it's just me feeling this way or what. it feels like this Andrew Norwell is gone thing. There's no way he comes back. Where's that come from? Is that just us feeling that way? Is there actual rumors and reports around it? Do we think he's going to retire, or do we just think he doesn't want to be here anymore? What do you think?
A lot of people just don't want him anymore. He's getting long in the tooth. He's in his 30s. And they just think he's probably going to want too much.
Andrew Whitworth is playing 40 right now.
Oh, no, I understand. I understand that.
I mean,
don't get me wrong, but I can also go out in the free agency and get a couple guards that are better than him.
Yeah, you got to pay him, though, what you paid him.
But would you rather have a younger buck that's better than him and pay him? That's my counter thought to that. Because
see that guy over there? Wait, that guy right there? I didn't have a problem with paying a guard 50, 60 million. It's that guy that has the issue of paying guards 50, 60 million.
Especially when there's average.
Yeah, and I agree with Jay. If he's not giving me top end money deal play, then I'm not going to pay him. Mm-hmm. My concern is, and I had a discussion with a buddy of mine about this. My concern with re-signing Cam, my one and only concern, is this past year and his rookie year were his best years.
Correct.
He has been inconsistent through the middle. Mind you, yes, some injuries and all that I do understand.
He's average.
But he's average.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and we have seen this in the past where guys will bust their ass for that contract year. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm signed now. I could take my foot off the gas pedal a little. My concern is that.
Yeah. It happens.
That is truly my concern with that. Now, I know the last two games we did our reaction, one of the greatest things we were watching was how solid Walker Little was looking at left tackle.
Yes, sir.
Against two of the top defenses in the league, and he only allowed 2 pressures. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Out of 2 games. I would be okay with drafting Neal, letting Cam walk, and having Little and Neal as my tackles.
Absolutely.
And Jawan Taylor riding the bench.
On the bench.
Because my biggest thing, and I've said it before on this podcast, my biggest concern with that team last year was player evaluation.
Right.
Because if they had a brain in between their ears and a pair of good eyeballs or whatever, they could have said, hey, Taylor is garbage. Why aren't we putting Little out there?
Right.
But no, they didn't. I don't care if Jawan says he doesn't want to move inside or not. No, you riding the bench next year.
Right.
You have not gotten better since your good rookie year. You have gotten worse.
Yeah.
Definitely. Your stance. You even did a screenshot of his stance.
Oh,
it was terrible.
Absolutely awful.
And when Leon Searcy, the best right tackle we've had in this franchise, says, I don't know what Warhop's teaching this kid or what's happening here, but that is a god-awful stance. You can take that to the bank.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Jawan got going on, man.
Yeah.
It's a terrible stance.
It's terrible.
And he always got beat. That's why he always got called for holding penalties.
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad. Jags need to draft a center this year. Linder can't stay healthy and is aging. Josh Stewart, have no problem with drafting a center. I agree. You need to draft his replacement. It's a good idea.
Even that mock draft I showed you, I drafted a center, but later on in the draft.
You have one more year with him under contract. You draft a guy to replace him. If he's not ready next year, you re-sign Linder to another year. You hope that center is ready to start in the year following. If he's not, then you go get somebody else. And that's how you do it. But you do not cut Brandon Linder. The same people who are saying cut Brandon Linder, they probably were okay with cutting Mercedes. We have to stop this, bro. You don't let a guy hold you hostage and just wait till he retires. But when they are that good, and when they have been that good for you for some time, and they've lasted multiple contracts, let them retire a Jag.
I want to re-sign Calais for 1 year and let him retire a Jag.
That's up to him, though. Do you think he wants to, or he wants to go to Arizona and retire?
I have no idea. I'm just saying I would love it.
It would be dope.
But for me, like a lot of people say, but we need pass rush. It's like I could take a look at free agency this year, and I could see about 4 or 5 names.
Oh yeah,
that we could sign with ease. You got Chandler Jones now that we got Buckner here. Yep. You got Hassan Reddick out there.
Yep.
He had 12 sacks last year.
Harold Landry
for Carolina. And you got
Roman has it. The Cowboys are going to cut DeMarcus Ware.
That and Gregory Jones.
And he's out. Yeah, Gregory.
He's a free agent. And
Randy Gregory, bro.
Randy Gregory. There we go.
Yeah.
And I believe you said it before. Maybe we see a return of Dante Fowler.
Yeah.
There's plenty of pass rushers out there we could sign with no problem.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going edge with the first pick.
And be solid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely not going edge. Those guys, I got to get guys who I know who can do this.
Hey, I fucked up too. Yeah, Holmesy right. I did say DeMarcus Ware. It's DeMarcus Lawrence.
But yeah, I mean, we can address
didn't make the Hall this year. That was kind of. I thought DeMarcus.
This is the Minute Till podcast, not your nightly news. Facts. We're not really. It's all feelings, man. No facts.
Yeah. No, it's funny though. I literally just checked.
I heard you say it, and I just kept it rolling because I knew. But
I'm like Randy Jones. Yeah, that's funny though.
But no, we have. There's pass rushers.
They're talking about cutting Amari Cooper. That's a rumor. And they've also proposed a trade. Have you seen the trade proposed that Jacksonville trades for Amari Cooper?
That's too much.
2/3?
For Amari Cooper?
2/3. One this year, one next year for Amari Cooper.
Oh, okay. I thought they meant both of our thirds this year.
I don't give a fuck if it's both this year as Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
He's the best. He walks in the building. He's the third best receiver to ever play here.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
2/3. You want to take a receiver with the first overall pick, and you have a problem trading 2/3 for Amari Cooper.
He's had his injury history, and I know that's not a big thing because I also said Michael Gallup, even though he's having surgery.
You did say Michael Gallup.
I did.
Never had a successful season. Who has never had a 1,000-yard season? Who has never had 10 touchdowns in a season? And he's hurt. You did say him.
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I said Chris Godwin too.
Yeah,
I'd still take him.
Real high ceiling. Chris Godwin's looked like that dude. Michael Gallup has never looked like that dude. Chris Godwin has.
But I mean,
2/3, bro. Now they wanted this year and next year. That was the
that I have no problem.
That's a Bleacher Report proposed trade. It's not a thing that's been floating a rumor. That's something they proposed because of our needed receiver. Amari Cooper is one of the best route runners in football. Amari Cooper is a great receiver. He is great. He is not elite, but he is great. 2/3 for a great receiver is very good. I would do it. I would need to see how many years are left on his contract. First and foremost. 3 years left. Oh, fuck it. Yes, let's go. Are you kidding me?
3 years. He's a $20 million.
I don't give a fuck. We got 60 plus. Let's go. Give me Amari. Just yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
That was everybody's big concern, only because he hasn't played like a $20 million receiver.
Holmesy, I would agree typically, yeah. But if and that's probably the trade that will happen because of what he is, right? Like what you just said. His production lately. But the Cowboys have been bad. I mean, they won a lot of games this year. But they've been bad. And Dak was gone last year. They had a guy who started for James Madison University playing quarterback. Like, bro, he had a whole year fuck up. Like, he's still Amari Cooper. And it's not like he's Amari Cooper like Julio Jones is Julio Jones. Like, no, he's still Amari Cooper. Like, not super injury prone, not like Julio. Still productive. I don't think his best years are behind him. I think he still has another 2 or 3 good years left in him. That's why when you said 3 years on his deal, yeah, I'll take it. Josh
Would
Stewart
you trade one of those thirds for Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, third. It's a fucking third. Like, I mean, I don't think that. Yeah, he is. I don't think Calvin Ridley's worth a third. I think, like, if we're talking about realistically here, what do I think Jacksonville would have to trade to get Calvin Ridley? I think it would be more like a sixth. But would I, if they demanded a third for him, and if we had talks with him where we believe that he is going to keep playing?
Yeah, I mean, of course, for Calvin Ridley, you got to find out where his head's at first.
If you vetted it, yes.
I don't think Arizona lets Christian Kirk walk.
They got a lot of shit to deal with. I don't know if Christian Kirk matters. But Christian Kirk did say what happens with Kyler Murray is dependent on whether he stays.
Ooh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. They're in Radio Row shit. Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. So that's interesting. But I agree. I tend to agree. Like the guys are going to this free agents list, and they're like, man, look at all these receivers. I don't think a lot of these guys get out of that city that they're in.
Because I would take Mike Williams in a heartbeat.
I would take Mike Williams right away. Mike Williams is my number one targeted receiver if Devontae Adams gets tagged.
Which we do have to figure out how that works.
We do.
For teams that are over the cap and somehow have money to use on a franchise tag.
I'm gonna Google it right now because I'm that interested. Can you franchise tag a player when you are over the cap?
Like, where does that money come from? Because apparently you don't have it.
All right. It's very interesting. I want Mike Williams very badly.
Yeah, I'll take Mike Williams.
Doesn't
because I mean, Dallas cutting Amari Cooper makes sense because they're so far over the cap because of that contract or several of the contracts Jerry Jones made.
Ooh, I'll take both. Give me Mike Williams and Amari Cooper. Trevor got to get some target. Hey, Trevor got to get some real targets.
Man, if we got Amari Cooper and Mike Williams, holy shit.
Trevor got to get some real targets.
We wouldn't need to use a pick on a receiver in like the first 3 rounds. I mean, technically you could just to have somebody there. Because you only have Marvin Jones for 1 more year. You got Visca for 2 more years. Oh, did you see the tweet that Jake Luton's back?
I did see that. I also like that Trevor was happy about it. Not only was
a futures contract.
Yeah,
a reserve future contract.
I'm very happy about that because I want CJ the fuck out of here. I want Jake Luton to be our backup. It makes way more sense. He's built like Trevor. He has a big arm. He's slightly mobile. Like I've always said, the reason like Baltimore works well is because the backups are very similar. They're Walmart versions of the starter. Jake Luton is Walmart Trevor. He's 6'6". He can run. He has a big arm. His decision making isn't as good. His accuracy isn't going to be as good. That's why he's the backup. But if you put him in the game, you can run the same offense. You don't have to change things. What I'm reading here, so when it comes to the salary cap, it's basically hey, guys, you better follow this. And then when you don't, I fine you $5 million for every time you violate it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Fines of up to $5 million for each violation, cancellation of contracts, and or loss of draft picks.
Will they cancel you out if you have 10 seconds left?
Booyah! Mike Williams would fit in great with the Jags passing game coordinator, Jim Bob Cootercat.
Cooter. Shout out Brian in the chat, man.
Brian! He's here because I told him to come on the show.
Oh, damn.
Brian, you gotta press the link and come backstage, Jax Axe, man. Come on. I sent you
come on, Brian.
A while ago, Jax. Oh, you know what? I didn't. No, you know why? Because that was my old page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the old page, bro. And then they canceled the boy. So let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and bingo bango. Didn't work.
You're not Joe Rogan.
Really,
man.
You're gonna do the bingo bango thing from the TV show Mr. Iglesias?
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I always just say bingo bango, dog named Django.
Oh, okay.
That's just me. Okay. Well, don't do that. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. So what the fuck was I about to say?
Oh.
damn it. Oh, I was going to tell Jay. Jay, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you a story about Jim Bob Cooter Cat, okay?
Yeah,
so,
Jim Bob Cooter.
Me and Major are over here, and I'm making the graphics, right?
Oh, Lord.
I'm making the graphics for the coaching hires.
He told me this on the phone.
And I said, "Oh my God, we hired Jim Bob Cooter," and Major was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, we hired Jim Bob Cooter." I see you back there. And I said, "Yeah, we hired him." And I said, "That's what's up." I said, "He's a good coach, man. You know, he was being sought after to be a head coach." I'm telling him about it. He's like, "Oh man, that's cool." So Major's all excited, and we talked about the whole Jim Bob Cooter thing. He gets excited about it. So then, I'm gonna get you out of here for a second. So then, we later on were watching The Simpsons as a family, right? Wholesome family program in The Simpsons, and then this voluptuous yellow chick comes on the screen. She got tig old bitties. So I said, "Look, Major, she got some tig old bitties." Now he doesn't know what that means. So he has no idea what tig old bitty means. He goes, "What?" And Kobe goes, "Ah." She said, "Really? Really?" And I said, "No, I'm just playing. And then I said, "Besides, Major, you already know it's all about that cooter." So I dap him up. I said, "It's all about that cooter." Major goes, "Yeah, it's all about that cooter." Hey, my wife looked at me. She said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I said, "You just cussed in front of the kids." She said, "You just told him to say cooter." I said, why are you mad? I said, "What?" She said, "Are you kidding me?" And he goes, "Yeah, Mom, what's wrong with Cooter?" I said, "Tell her ain't nothing wrong with Cooter, Major." He said, "Mom, nothing's wrong with Cooter." I said, "We hired Jim Bob Cooter." And she goes, "You're fucking lying." And I pull up the phone. I said, "We hired Jim Bob Cooter." Bro, the ghost look that came across her face, it was the funniest moment. I could not stop laughing. It was fucking hilarious. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I should have recorded it.
Yeah, bro, that's so
good. Speaking of so good, this guy is not good. This guy is a fucking jerk. He's always driving in his No, this guy's fucking awesome, man. He's a Jaguars super fan extraordinaire. He's got on a weird fucking hat right now, and I don't know why, but it's cool. It's the goddamn Jax Axe, man. What's going on, baby?
Woo! Dude, hey, the most unique Jag hat you'll ever see. It got what? What?
Did you make that yourself?
No, I found it at a thrift store for $1.
Get the fuck out of here. That is crazy.
Gotta be thrifty.
That is dope. It's literally got the ear thing.
I'm trying to get gas. Hold on.
What's your PIN number?
So I was going to stop by Taco Bell first, but you know. No,
what's your PIN number?
It is 188888639.
I don't know.
What's I'm doing?
Too many numbers.
That sounds like.
So what's up, everybody? What's the good news? You know, I heard we had some pretty good news last night.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard or not. Tony Boselli to the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer, baby. Hey, I know I've seen some Panther fans that are kind of mad because they're like, because Millis, they didn't show a lot of, I guess, apparently his highlights when it comes to the Panthers or something. They were talking about it like it was weird because, you know, most of his career was in New Orleans, but you know that their keep pounding comes from him. Their whole slogan comes from Millis. So it was so weird, like listening to him. But yeah, just watching them, they were mad. But man, did you see the hate? The hate in the comments everywhere for Tony and for the whole draft class.
Oh yeah,
dude, like it was insane. Like,
they wanted Zach Thomas. Said, "How dare Tony get in there?" Zach Thomas.
Yeah,
Willie Anderson.
Hester.
But Tony would have had to wait like they would have had to put Tony in on some.
30, almost 20 to 30 years on average is how long he would have had to wait after this year.
Yeah.
It's such a backlog. That's why I think they need to do every 5 years needs to be extra Veterans Committee guys.
Yeah.
So at least they need to get the backlog going because it's just because the Hall of Fame kind of started not late, but there was already guys that should have been in way before.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting because like Devin Hester definitely should be in. And not talking first ballot, but he should be in. You know, that's just like I was watching a guy or listening to NFL radio, and he's like, dude, they need to start letting special teamers in. There's guys that play 12 years in the NFL just special teams.
Right.
You know, like just because they're not out there every other play, you know what I mean, doesn't mean they're not good players. If you last more than 5 years, you're doing something right.
Right.
You know. But yeah, it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. Because I mean, like, unfortunately, we have a guy like that, but he just got in a little bit of trouble. So don't know if he'll be here next year or not. You know, he took the cops on a little bit of a chase and tried to pay for the gas afterwards.
I'm about to say, let me know if you see Loretta McCray at the gas station.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm waiting for him to pay for my gas.
I was about to say, will you let him pay for your gas?
If he's drunk enough, he may give you the PIN number.
We kid because we care, but clearly something's off with his mental.
It was just, man, I'm sorry, but to me, that was probably one of the.
He wasn't.
Something. He wasn't all there. Something.
He wasn't drunk.
No, they said he wasn't drunk, and you know, it's all the tests came back. He was fine.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like you could hear something in his voice. He just wasn't up there right at that point.
Right.
So
it was off.
But yeah, man.
Why don't you tell me how did you feel? You know, obviously you stayed up and watched it because you stay up till like 4 or 5 in the morning driving around the fucking city. So how did you feel when Tony got inducted, and how big is it to you personally as a super fan?
Like for me, man, Tony, when I was little, that was the guy that was the face of the franchise. You know what I mean? Like he's the number one Jaguar pick, number one. He was the guy who stood for that grit, that grind we had at the beginning. So to me, man, I cried. I was in tears, man. Like Nikki, well, you know, she'll attest to it. I called her like literally like in tears. She's, you know, she even posted saying, you know, I made her start crying. So like to me, it's a big step. It also, you know, it opens up a couple other things too. Because there's this contest that they do each year called the NFL Ford Hall of Fans, which is at Canton. It's for fans, you know, of teams, and you can get voted in. Well, it's kind of hard to have a Hall of Famer knocking on your door if you don't have one.
Right.
Because that's the whole thing, is they get someone like Barry Sanders comes and knocks on the door, Troy Aikman and stuff, and say, hey, man, why don't you come join me in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
We're gonna enter that thing too.
Hey,
So,
look, we're gonna be in the building, baby. Are you going to Canton?
I'm trying. So I want to be there so bad. I said I would always be there once the Jag went in. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up forking over for it because I got the draft coming up too, and it's in the town I used to live in. So like,
yeah, your phone number's still there.
What's up?
So you still got a Vegas phone number?
Yeah, always.
Man, we got we coming out.
It's very Duval till you die. I was just saying.
I got a 904 one too somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Man, speaking of Vegas, man, we gotta find. We need you to procure some stuff, man. We gotta find somewhere to stay. We need some entertainment.
A midget.
Hey, a midget.
A midget.
No, definitely, no, he's dead serious.
I need a midget, bro.
Well, to you, that would be pretty much anybody, right?
No, he was a clinical classified
midget. I have clearance from the wife. She knows midget in the room. It's hunching season. I'm at least top from a midget.
She have to get on the step stool.
No, she don't.
So out there, man, it's crazy because, like, you know, living out there 5 years, you kind of get desensitized to everything, you know. So it's gonna be weird to, you know, because I want to go back so bad. I actually got a pretty cool idea of what I'm thinking about doing. I'm actually going to do a unique costume, hopefully. So has something to do with some ice cream. You know, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so look, but for real, we gotta figure out something because I know, you know, Nikki and all that, everybody's tight. We want to do something because we're gonna do a show out there. Like we're coming, the podcast is coming.
I got a friend that owns a bar out there that I could probably con him to let you set up.
Ooh.
So,
and then
Vegas.
Did they let us take over the bar with the Jags fans coming
well, I want to, man, because I told him I was like, I'm gonna bring him some business and stuff. So, but I'll talk to y'all when we're not live on that.
Yeah, you know what we'll do. Get a bunch of Jags fans coming out there, like, you know what I'm saying? We'll charge a little $50. You get in, you get all you can drink or some shit. We give it to them.
Dude. So out there, so Vegas operates different than a lot of places. And I'll tell you why. Those bars, they're 24 hours, right? Even off the strip and stuff. And because they have those machines in there, they run some crazy specials. Like when I was out there now, it might be a little different now and stuff. He used to run a special from midnight to 4 a.m. where $10 you call it total, like $10 all you can drink it.
Damn.
Because he would make his money back off the machines.
Off the machines, right? You get wasted.
Look, we'll figure something out, man. We we'll figure something out.
Yeah, and then man, there's so much crazy stuff to do. I got a buddy that used to work for me that he doesn't offer me the couch, but there's a lot of super fans going throughout the league and stuff. So I got to look and see because rooms aren't that much. The biggest thing they hit you on, and this is what I want to tell y'all before you go, is make sure you look and see what the resort fee is. Yeah. It could be a $49 a night room, but $78 resort fee.
Ooh,
that's per night too, or that's on top of it.
That's per night. Okay. So that's for using the pool. That's how the state makes their money.
I don't want to use the pool.
Yeah. So I'm just saying. So that $50 room is now $130.
Listen, first of all, we don't stay in hotels. I'm an Airbnb type of guy.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I tell you, if you want to stay in a nice area, stay in Summerlin. That's beautiful. I love it up there. Yeah, they have TPC Summerlin there. They got Wolf Creek. They got a lot of cool stuff up there. It's more outdoorsy up that way. So, and then you come down to the strip to do your business and stuff.
How far is the strip?
Less than 20.
Oh yeah,
on a busy day. Yeah, you can pop on the interstate and be there. I always went the back road, so like to Summerlin. Summerlin though has one of those areas that's blown up since I ever left, so it's even bigger. So I don't know what the hell is all out there anymore, but that's where you want to kind of be, honestly, like, because then you can get in and get away and, disappear. Because no joke, man. Have y'all been to Vegas, any of y'all?
No. I've never been.
Dude, okay. So there's no clocks inside of a casino. You go in there, man, you might come out 12 hours later and it's a whole nother day. Yeah. And that's no joke. The way they design them, it's crazy how psychological it is, with the air stuff. None of that's a joke. They really do stuff like that. There's no windows. You go in there and you might be in there. You might think you were only in there for 4 hours and you look down at your phone and it's been 13, 14 hours. You coming out with gray patches on and, 3 more kids and you didn't know where they came from.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't need no more of them. I don't need no more.
Where'd you come from?
Hey, look, this is where we finna stay. We finna stay right here, bro. Hold on.
What is it? I can't see it because of the...
I know. I got you. Hold on. I almost knocked out baby Trevor. Hold on. There we go.
Uh-oh. Watch. Dang, where is that?
What?
Does it say what part of town?
Hey, boy, I kind of like that place. Hold on.
Yeah. How much a night? Make sure you check during the draft too, because they're probably showing you.
I already know. I got a schedule for those dates. This is in Henderson.
Oh, Henderson's a little bit of ways, but I mean, you're looking at 25 to 30.
Yeah, it says minutes to the strip.
Yeah, what's it say? Minutes to the strip?
No, minutes to
the Henderson strip, maybe. Henderson has its own strip, but hold on. Well, hold on. Let me.
12 minutes. 12 minutes to the world famous Las Vegas Strip.
Hold on. I'm Henderson.
That might be fun, Jay. That's 200. It's 200 and. It's 200 and. Oh no! Hold on. It would cost us $368 a night.
So Henderson, Nevada is 25 minutes away from the strip right now. It is 18 miles.
2,200. It's probably not in Henderson. It's probably outside of Henderson. But
that's No, I'm just saying.
$2,200. $22,1820. That's not bad.
No,
I mean, I'm looking at shit just where, like I said, pretty kind of close to that 400 a night. Because I figure we're gonna have 10 people.
That's what I said. That's what I was like. Because that's a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah, is it that's the 11 guests, 4 bed, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths?
I don't know, but it's kind of raw though. All I know is I'm trying to party.
Yeah, and also I'm going to link up and see. I know we had at least 2 or 3 that I used to watch the games with. Jag fans out there too. Maybe they hear a scoop. So I don't know how many of them are back home now. That's the thing. I have to just send out messages because I don't know where they're at. But so, man, going forward from this, we got free agency first. So that's going to be where it's going to get tricky.
Who's the one guy you're targeting?
Christian Kirk.
Okay.
Yeah, and then honestly, it sounds funny, but
hold on. Is that a Slipknot tattoo on your fucking arm? What the fuck is that?
It's just a travel.
Okay. All right. I was confused. It's like the Slipknot S. All right, go ahead.
But also, man, I think still we need probably one more edge rusher at least. But I think that might come in the draft this year. There's a few of them that are good that are not going to be first or second rounders. So, but also, something that's overlooked. We're probably going to need a nickel corner. So, like, I really do believe that's one of the most key.
He's a free agent.
One of the most key positions in the NFL right now that gets overlooked is nickel corner. Like it's the most with the way teams are, because I'm not on the Devontae Adams train. I think it's a waste of money because you can spread it out over 4 guys, what you're going to pay him 1 guy. So you show me like one receiver in the league that is dominating and winning Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like the top guys that are top paid anyway. Like Cooper Kupp still on ain't he on his rookie deal? Or did he just you know what I mean? Like
he got
you start looking, he got paid, okay. But you start looking at the top guys, the yards wise and stuff like that. They're not winning Super Bowls because it hampers your team. Like if you're paying $30 million to one guy, and say you could pay out 12 to 3, you're getting more you're going to get more production out of those 3 because you've got more targets. You can't just be shut down by shutting down Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? You can.
That's why the draft has to work.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like there's so much.
You sign Devontae Adams now because you don't have to pay Trevor for 4 years. If you sign Devontae Adams to a 3-year, 100-something million, 70 guaranteed, then you're only keeping him for 3 years.
But you can go out and get Michael Thomas, who is probably going to be cut because of cap issues, and he's going to take a team-friendly deal because of the cap issues.
He can't be cut. His cap hits too much. They can't cut him.
No, they're negative $79 million. His cap hit's only 2 point something. I was looking at it a couple days ago. Go look, pull it up.
Michael Thomas's cap hits like $20 million this season. Michael Thomas over the cap because you got to remember why
maybe it was
we thought was happening.
Hold on, maybe it was Marshawn Lattimore. It was Marshawn that was so high. Hold on, because I was looking at the guys that they have to possibly get rid of.
So in 2022, the dead money on him is $22 million this year. $22 million. Next year, $13 million. And then finally in 2024, it's only $4 million.
So the out this year would be about 11, right? Roughly.
What the fuck just happened? The what? The out this year? No, it's $23 million. His dead
cap for 2022. Okay. Then what is Marshawn Lattimore's then? There was one of those 2 that was pretty low. I could have swore.
My son is fucking up. Hold on.
Oh.
He's got my TV doing shit. This is why you should not have Wi-Fi remote apps. Because he just put his phone on
man, the Saints are gonna. It's crazy. They got dead cap from Breeze going into this year.
Yeah, I know. That's what we were talking about. Is actually how these guys. So Green Bay's in the negative. They're negative as well. So how is the franchise tag? And then what we were reading was basically, and I'd have to dive deeper, but what it looks like is what they're saying is that these guys, so basically the salary cap is the salary cap. And when you violate the salary cap and go negative, they can charge you up to $5 million per violation. They can take away draft picks and they can void contracts. But we haven't heard of those things happening. And
Rams
teams are over
the Rams operated in 2017 or no, sorry, 20. It was 2017 or 18. they got away with almost a whole year. If you kept watching, they were negative $1 million.
Yeah.
For the whole year. But the NFL, I'm telling you, can't have that market fail. Like, not again. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. It's so crazy. Like, they're doing a whole nother approach. I've never seen a team go this far into just hoping they can get free agents, veterans to come and play for them. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just really crazy. Like, because I mean, it's a boom or bust proposition, but it's just weird. It's a very, the only time I've seen it happen like this way, you could probably no, not even then. No, that was all rookies.
It's the Los Angeles thing to do.
Yeah, it's like crazy. Like it's just one of those things. I mean, you look at the names that are on the team. It's kind of like what the Bucks did last year. Everybody that scored in that Super Bowl wasn't on their team a year before.
Yeah.
Like literally, it was all guys who came and played because of Brady.
Right.
So literally, like AB, all them guys, Gronk wouldn't came out of retirement for anybody else.
Guys you have to pay.
No, those guys were making literally like $2 million.
No, stop it. Those guys were making that money. First of all, those guys were making that money, and it was AB and Leonard Fournette who was making the light money. Gronk wasn't making light money. They were making that light money because they were problems and they were headaches and they were question marks on if they could overcome behavioral.
What was Gronk? What was Gronk last year?
It wasn't approved. It wasn't light money. That's what I'm saying. I think it was 5+, something like that. But it wasn't baby money.
That's not a future Hall of Famer money.
But Mike Evans was making future.
Yeah. Mike was making money because he was there already.
Yeah, but
he signed it for.
You had to pay him. You have to have that quality of receiver. You have to pay these guys.
Yeah, but he didn't get paid until literally like the year before Brady got there.
But it's because of what he did.
Yeah, because
Devontae, you go get Devontae Adams right now. If it's not possible because they're going to tag him, but you go get Devontae Adams right now. I don't care what you have to pay him. You're able to do that because you don't have to pay Trevor yet, and then you're going to.
How much is Mike Evans' deal?
I don't know, like 82 million or 75 million. I don't know.
But how much is it per year?
Mike Evans.
Yeah,
we're talking Mike Evans right now. Hold on.
Yeah,
you gotta give me.
I'm just saying the 30 million is crazy because that's literally there's 200 million. You'll have to front load it now. If Con will do like he did with the 2017 defense and make one of those front loaders, I'm doing a
30 million. 30 million doesn't matter. Only that matters is the guarantee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it does when it comes to cutting them and stuff, like in 2 years, or renegotiating and stuff in 2 years.
Because it's still the only thing we care about is the guarantee. Yeah, it was Jesus Christ.
So
his total cap number.
Total guarantee is 55 million.
Yeah, guaranteed is 36.2. His total is 55.
He has 2 years left.
Over how many years?
He has 2 years. It's 2 years left. He's a free agent 2014.
No.
2024.
No, 2025
And what's his cap hit for last year?
They have. See, this is interesting because it says 2024.
It's all team option. It's an option. It's an option. I think.
That's what it is because it's void. Okay. It's team option. You're right. Because I'm like, why is it void? His base salary is voided in 24 and 25, but there is information for it. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a team option.
Okay.
Because he'll be 31 and 32 years old, but the total amount of his deal is 55 million, and then he's got a guaranteed salary of 36 and change, and that's without those two. That's without the team picking up the 2 years.
Okay. Yeah, because like when because it's one of those things where if you start, like they were a little bit of a crazy exception just because of. Look how much veteran talent they had on that team already. You know what I mean? Like Sue, JPP, all these guys were already there, just ready. You know what I'm saying? Like they're a little bit different than every other Super Bowl team in the last 20 years. Because you start looking at the makeup of Super Bowl teams, they're usually winning on the rookie contract. Like Russell Wilson has taken the big money twice. You know how many playoff wins he has since he took the big money? One. So Rodgers, remember when Rodgers first won his first one, they kept saying, God, he's going to be back to multiple Super Bowls. There's no way, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Well, he's taking the big money every single time.
Belichick the Patriots showed that. That's how if you want to have success, You pay
Brady.
you pay the quarterback, but you
Yep.
don't. But you cannot make him the highest paid guy in the
Yep.
league because you have to be able to bring in. You have to be able to rotate who you allocate that money to. Like you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You are the face of the franchise. You're always going to be able to make money. Like
Well, here's
Trevor
what's
Lawrence should be fine.
Here's
Make
what's
his money.
is you have
Brady could have went to Tampa and
do that.
Brady
You
could
have
have
a quarterback who may actually decide, like you don't have the flashy guy who's chasing the bag and Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, because I was about to say, I say this because I was literally about to say nobody else is going to follow that blueprint because everybody is out for self. Trevor Lawrence might be the guy who is okay with not being the highest paid guy in the league. And that's because he does have the endorsements. He does have the things to go along with it. That's only going to grow. And he's just that type of guy, he seems like.
Yeah, that, and also, I mean, he's not coming from a place. He's not coming from a place where
correct.
This might be where necessarily could be generational changing money.
Yeah. See, because Mahomes, he took the big deal, but you know why they made it a 10-year deal, right? Because it gives them so much flex over time.
Yeah,
they can move that money anywhere they want in any year to get any free agent. Like that deal is one of the craziest looking deals when you look at it on paper.
Yeah.
Like, it is.
Tom Brady was never underpaid. He was never the highest paid quarterback, and they always talk about him restructuring his deal and whatnot. But he was still getting his money. They were just moving it around in a different way to where it didn't affect the salary cap.
Like last year when he signed with Tampa, he could have went in there and said, "I want $55 million," and they would have gave it to him.
Absolutely.
He made $33 million last year, I think it was.
But then he wouldn't have went back.
What was his incentive for winning the Super Bowl? Oh wait, that was $9.5 million.
Right.
Yeah, look, that's what Jay-Z said. He said my accountant been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shifts. Like, my God.
People have been doing that for years, man. And that's one of the things that we've always never really been able to manage real well. We either overspend or don't spend enough.
Right.
So, and also like last year, I don't think there was anybody in free agency that was going to move our needle to where we were going to go from 1 win to 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? Like there was nothing I don't think anybody could have done in one off season that would have fixed it. You go, so maybe push you up to 6 wins. You know what I mean? But I don't think there was any free agent out there that was going to do that in 1 year.
Well, my biggest theory of what that was, why we didn't spend in free agency this year, was that Urban Meyer had to honestly really see what that team was. You can't. I don't know if you can properly assess a football team as the head coach without actually coaching them and seeing what they are capable of.
Yeah, because
you don't want to spend in the wrong spots if you don't have to.
Yeah. And there was some good pickups. I mean, that defense actually, if it wasn't for the offense being pretty inept a couple games, they were holding teams 17, 21, 24. It's just one of those things that kind of frustrates you because if you look at the numbers, there was multiple games where we beat teams in every stat category but penalties. Or every stat category, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's just sickening to see. I mean, like the team that's playing in the damn Super Bowl, they beat us for 1 second.
Yeah.
This is 1 second that counted.
Yeah.
So, like it just hits you right here. It's just, man, I want to see so good, but also I don't want to be good for 1 year. I don't want a 17. I want 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I want to be good all the way to 2030. I don't want to be 1 year. I will take 1 more year of a 7-win, 8-win team and then pop off. That way we do it right and get everything in place. Like I was listening to the NFL. I've always been a big build the trench guy, right? Well, earlier I was listening to forget what his name was. He was talking with Ryan Leaf. He's on the NFL radio on Sirius XM, and he brought up a phenomenal point. Last year, the Bengals had a chance to draft Sine Poole, and they passed on him for Jamar Chase, and everybody booed it, thought it was a bad decision. The reason Zach Taylor did that is because he knows his quarterback, even though he's going to get hit, can get that ball out faster than what a lineman nowadays is going to be blocking. He was trying to explain it. He said that that's the fundamental change that has happened this year in the last 2 years is because the guys' releases are so damn fast that like it's good. You still want a good offensive line. You want to protect him no matter what. But he said that that's why they made that decision, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl now. Penei Sewell goes on that team. They're not in the Super Bowl.
See, I mean, I could, yeah, and that's the thing. But see, I take Ryan Leaf. I mean, sometimes he's just like, okay, I can kind of take your opinion with a grain of salt a little bit. Like it was decent. But when in that situation, you're because that right there kind of contradicts a little bit of because that success that's not going to last. Joe Burrow, yeah, he gets the ball off fast, but look at how many times Joe Burrow got hit this year. Look how many times he got sacked this year. Look how many he got sacked nine times in the game. What, twice in the playoffs or something like that? Or one,
there was a man named Big Ben Roethlisberger who for 4 years was the top sacked quarterback in the NFL and still was making the playoffs because of his release.
Yep, and there was also a guy named Andrew Luck who was getting the ball off with his release.
Andrew Luck also was one of the least hit quarterbacks too. Had one of the best offensive lines.
How did he rupture his? Did he rupture his spleen?
No, they spent all the. Remember that offensive line was built up for Peyton, and it was there already, still in place, and it was a great offensive line. The Colts have always had a good offensive line.
No,
he was getting his boots smoked.
The offensive line started to fall apart the year Peyton got hurt because he got hurt and got injured. That offensive line started to deteriorate. All they had left.
They tried to rebuilt the line
right
when he was as soon as they thought he was coming back. And they drafted all those guys, and he was like, "Bro, I'm not coming back." He was trying to come back the whole year. He didn't come back, and then he retired. It was too late. They were too little, too late.
Yeah,
I'm talking about before that.
They didn't rebuild that offensive line.
But even then, a little earlier in his career, when his offensive line was somewhat intact, they were going to the AFC. They were going deep in the playoffs.
Well,
they were still winning 12.
He had 1 year where he wasn't sacked a lot, and that was in 2015. He was only sacked 15 times.
Okay, what other years? What was his numbers in the other years?
41, 32, 27's decent, 41 again. And then
right at 30 is where the average NFL quarterback besides Brady is sacked around 30 times a year.
In 18, he was only sacked 18. Now Quentin Nelson's there at that time, so they've rebuilt it by 18.
But I'm saying, does he have any years where he's hit 56 times?
He's hit 40 plus.
No, I'm saying, but any of them that's in the 50s and 60s.
You're talking about 2000. You're talking about 2000. Hold on. You're talking about 2012. 40 times in 2012 is the equivalent to 60 times now. Like they were. 2012.
Okay, but after that, when was it? What was the next after that? You're talking about when he got hurt. What year? When?
I'm talking about his rookie season.
No, I'm saying when he got hurt. What was he getting hit?
I mean, he was getting hurt every year.
Yeah.
He didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt until like year 3. I want to say.
He got put out in 15, but he only got sacked 15 times that year.
Yeah, that's because he was.
He got sacked 15 times because he played in 7 games.
Like how many times Trevor get hit this year?
That's the thing. There's not. You got to find the stat for hits. We're talking. We're just talking about solely about sacks. We're talking about solely sacks, bro. Joe Burrow got sacked how many times? Joe
56,
Burrow got hit.
I think it was.
Joe Burrow got hit. Burrow got hit way more times than 56 times this year.
No, he got killed this year.
So what I'm saying is 3 years of getting hit like that can put you out the league by year 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So so they better win. So the trade off is you win 1 Super Bowl. I don't want my quarterback. Like I said, for us, I don't want what the Bengals have. I would rather build it a little bit better because I don't.
But see,
I want to protect my investment because right now they can't protect Joe Burrow. That's their main investment. Yeah. They can't protect him.
He was actually. So this is the thing. Apparently, PFR didn't start to calculate. They didn't start to calculate. Pressures, hurries like that. Until 2018 on this.
Wow!
Looking at But in 2018, his last season, he was hit 51 times.
Yeah, that was a bad year for him. Period. That was when what was his name? That's his last full season.
That's the last year he played.
Okay,
I don't even know if
that's when he came back.
Yeah, but he came back. How many games he played?
He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half.
He played 5.5 games and got hit 56 times.
No.
Yeah,
he
but
got
what I'm
56 times in 1 year.
One year.
That was just
what
one
I'm
year.
saying though, when he got there, when he got there, the offensive line was actually pretty still steady. Like they were there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was winning 12 games. He was upright.
The offensive line wasn't good. In 2012, he was sacked 41 times. That's not how many times he was hit. He was sacked 41 times.
And then what was the next year?
He was sacked 32 times.
32.
We're not talking about the hits, though. We're not talking about how many times he was hit. We're just talking about the sacks. Like that's not good. That's not good in 2013.
And that's before the quarterbacks were protected, right?
Right. But that's also when they were running the ball a lot more.
Yeah,
the Colts never really ran the ball until they did with Adrian, but in those years they weren't.
They just had a Hall of Fame running back. I mean,
no, he never had a Hall of Fame running back.
I didn't say he had a Hall of Fame running back. I said your words were the Colts didn't run the ball.
No, Adrian James did. I'm saying they didn't run when by the time he got there. I mean, well, I guess you could say with Gore.
They had Donald Brown. They had decent backs.
Yeah. So, but it's just one of those things where I'm not saying I agree with that opinion. I'm just telling you it wasn't Ryan Leaf. It was the guy that was on with the guy that,
because we talked about it before on the show. We talked about the fact that they broke the mold and they changed the game, and you will start to see other teams follow suit, and they're not going to take the big tackles and all that. Like that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah, because what he was saying is you don't need – this is just paraphrasing because this guy, whoever the hell he is, I can't think of who it is, but he's got like 3 Super Bowl rings as a GM or something. But he said that the way it's shifting is you don't need that 6'8" guy that can hold for 4 seconds. You need that guy that can hold for 2.1.
Yeah,
you don't need the arm length.
Trevor was hit 52 times this year.
Yeah, I know he was killed. I know.
Do you want to know how many times he was pressured?
Probably 72.
151.
Somebody say.
Yeah. Like his throwaways, I guarantee you his throwaways are in the 40s.
I don't have a stat for it, but I guarantee you 100%.
Yeah. Like he probably saved at least. I mean, that's just like when Bortles was here, he made that offensive line look so much better even though it was trash. Because he would get out of a sack. Same thing with Minshew.
Robert says there's no chase in this draft. I don't know about that, bro. Like, I don't know that there's no chase in this draft. Like, J-Mo is very chase-like. Now, he's coming off an injury. Treylon Burks I
love Burks.
The best receiver in this draft.
I've got a good inside source on Burks. Used to be a quality control / quarterback assistant, and he literally called him a phenom.
I think
that's how he just
is the best receiver in this draft, and it's all because of this honky right here. So, I mean.
But, yeah, man, it's just, man, we want so good to, to get to that point. But honestly, I think now one might pop off, one receiver might pop off, but I came up with this crazy scenario where you end up with Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones, and one more other miscellaneous guy thrown in there, Gallup, maybe even. Those 3 guys, I think, would be fine. Their volume, well, not Gallup isn't a volume, but I think Gallup has been completely misused.
See, you weren't on what we were talking about. If Mike Williams, Amari Cooper.
That's who I want.
Oh, man, Amari, dude. Amari could be good.
And they were Marvin. And they were both of them. And they were Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
Give me Mike Williams right now. And if you give me Mike Williams and Chandler Jones, I don't give a fuck what you do in the draft. I don't care what you do anywhere. I'll shut the fuck up the rest of the offseason.
I'll tell you, though, Peterson's about to have some fun with LaVisca.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm telling you, he's going to get the most out of him.
Calm the fuck down on LaVisca. They got to chill, bro. Like, this immediate turning on somebody thing is out of this world. Hands you can fix, okay? You can fix catching the ball. Ask Jamar Chase. you can fix it, bro. So
Yeah.
relax. Like Laviska Shenault is still everything we thought he was. Anybody who thought he was an outside receiver is an idiot. So if you thought that, you should be mad at yourself. He is not a number 1 or a number 2. He is a number 3, but he is an elite number 3 if he can get his hands right. And guess what? It is very easy to get your hands right. He will work at it. He will get it. He will be fine. He doesn't have a history of drops his entire career, the collegiate time and no, that's not him. He's struggling right now with the drops. He fixes the drops. Let's not forget, he was targeted more than any other receiver on third down. And that's because of the type of player he is and what he can do in the slot. You can motion him. You can put him in the backfield. You can do a lot of things with Laviska Shenault. This Laviska Shenault like hate smear campaign that's on Twitter and Facebook, it's fucking ridiculous.
That's like with Marvin, I tell everybody, you noticed that Marvin, he started going down when Chark went out because they were doubling him. I watched it all year live in person. Like he couldn't get out of a coverage, and
you're doubling a 30-plus-year-old receiver. Like maybe 27-year-old Marvin could have shook somebody out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he is what he is.
Because I like him. I like what he integrated real fast here when it comes to the fan base because he was real cool at training camp with all of us and everything. So I liked what he did. I've always been a fan of those guys that actually integrate and come in and are there for the fans. So, but man, love him or hate him, Marquise Lee was a fan guy. You know what I mean? Like his smile was infectious. He was always there. Like even when he was hurt, he would be out there and he'd come over and sign stuff for the fans afterwards. You know what I mean? So it just sucks when injuries bite a career like that. So like especially with him, he had the talent.
Right.
That's what sucks for him, man. Like it wasn't a question of talent, it's a question of availability. So, but that's like like the NFL, man. I always say it stands for not for long. The average player, 2.5 years. It's crazy. Like to see when people talk about this guy's overpaid this. No, like the NFL for a lot of guys is a chance. It's not their career. It's a chance for them to start their real career, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So it gives them that stepping point to start their financial firm, to do this, to do that, because, guys come and go every year, like I want to say something like last year, our roster, we got, 30 guys that were on it for less than a year or something like that. It's just the NFL in period, so sorry, I'm sitting here rambling. It's just one of those things I'm very passionate about because, especially being down here in Jacksonville, you'll get somebody in here, pick them up from an Iceman game or something. And this is people's actual perspective. This is what sucks is they're like, oh, you're a Jags fan? Those are a bunch of overpaid crybaby millionaires.
Right.
And it's just the saddest thing. I'd rather watch a team lose that doesn't have a bunch of millionaires. I like the Iceman. I like the arena football team because they're winning championship. But you hear that and you're like, and then it kills me when, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Jacksonville. Okay, cool. Well, who's your football team? Oh, I'm a Patriots fan, or I've always I like the Broncos because they drafted Tebow back in the day. You hear stuff like that. It's like, like what? Why not the team that's right here in your backyard?
Yeah.
The one that has as many playoff wins as some of those, it just is sickening. Like,
what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, but the Broncos ain't done nothing for nobody lately.
Hey, shout out to Unique Ngakoue for tweeting out 4 hours ago. Congratulations to Tony Boselli.
Oh, yeah, Jan, man. So I never once had an issue with Jan. I seen some pretty cool stuff. I'll tell you a funny story with Jan. I was on the trailer with him.
Right.
So, I didn't know that was coming. But anyway, so Jan, his first year, when it was his first or second, where all that stuff was going on with Fowler, Fowler blowing up in practice and stuff. I was outside of the gate that same day all that supposedly happened. And just watching his passion, dude, like he was talking with an agent or something and he was livid. Like you thought he was about to murder somebody. And then 2 seconds later, he cuts it off and comes over and signs stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He turned into a professional as soon as they were over there. He was always really good. He's very quiet. Like he is the type that's going to sit in the corner and watch and see what's going on, then fire off. So I have nothing but respect for that man. Like I seen him, rise up from. I mean, he had the first round pick in front of him. You know how hard that is to come in and take his spot.
Oh yeah.
So so I respect his hustle. He just had a bad agent. Put it that way.
Right.
Dude, that agent literally costed that man $36 million probably. In 1 year. So, he's been on what, 4 teams now?
Yeah.
3. Yeah. Well, 4 with us, right? No, it's
3 with
Oakland,
us.
Oakland, Vikings, Ravens, us 4.
Oh, yeah, the Ravens.
Yeah. So since he's left us,
went from Brave that 2 teams in 1 year deal.
Yeah. So it's just one of those things, man. He's one that, no joke, on a decent deal I would take back in a heartbeat because of his passion. He was as passionate as.
I'd take Dante back this offseason.
Yeah.
Just because
I don't know.
Rushers, and he's available, and he's not going to be very expensive, and he's still productive.
As long as we keep him from hitting old men, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he's matured.
Yeah, he's
trouble since then.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things. I think it was because he was down here and he had a lot of friends here and stuff. So
you're young, you're rich, you didn't have shit to do your rookie year because you got hurt. And you're young, dumb, and paid at that point. So
yeah, man.
So bro, we at the end here, bro. This is 30 minutes in. We got to cut it, but I appreciate you for coming on, bro. You are the GOAT, the Jax X Man. Y'all give it up for my guy, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's a long ass clap. Stone Cold is still over there with the Slipknot tattoo. Got the rock eyebrow raised.
The Stone Cold, switch shirts how many times a day, bro?
Boy has had 3 wardrobe changes since the show started.
That wasn't even a change of the shirt. I just took my hoodie off.
Such a diva.
That boy finna take it off. Take it off.
You had a short sleeve hoodie? Hold on, you had a short sleeve hoodie?
No. This was the same shirt I was wearing. I just put the hoodie on top.
I think Stone Cold had a hoodie with the sleeves ending at the elbows.
No.
It's on his belly chain.
No. Damn.
Oh man. Well. Oh God.
Hey, it's a hell of a show.
Yes, man. Yes, y'all still tuned in, man.
Hey, we rock with y'all. We appreciate y'all. This the Minute Teal Podcast brought to you by the Miller Creative Group, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan. That's the shirtless redneck, Stone Cold Steve Boston. But that, my friends, is the cannabis analyst, Agent J, and we are out of here, baby.